Hello, you exquisite specimens of humankind, you happy-go-lucky scamps of delightful individuals. Welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going? You feeling good? Feeling wonderful? You feeling absolutely bloody spectacular? I hope that you are. I hope you're having a good time. All fun and games and what have you. Welcome to the extra stream. It's an extra stream. I wasn't intending. I'm wearing brand colors today, which is something that I refuse to do ever. Because I decided many moons ago that I am not getting paid by Twitch, so why the fuck should I represent their brand live on the stream? However, today, as we're going to be talking about like actual industry shit, I figured that it's first of all, it's also a very comfortable and cozy hoodie. Second of all, it's a little bit cold in here, and third of all, I suppose it's all right. I suppose it's all right to be wearing it while we're talking about the industry and stuff like that, you know. While we're talking about the industry, before I start saying hello to everybody though, friends, if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, you can use your channel points. I think it's like 200 channel points in order to ask an industry question. Just get them all racked up. Get them all racked up if you've got any questions, and I will answer them. And if not, then fair enough, we'll do something else. But like, people have been asking me to do something like this, so we're doing something like this. This was meant to be the day that we did the community art challenge, but there weren't any entries. So I was like, cool, no worries. We'll do one some other time next year, you know? Milky Pork coming in for the 22 months, you cheeky devil. I should not describe your name on the mirror vein. By having your name on the mirror vein means you get it. Oh, my lordy.
Kind.
14 months, baby. Headed off to holiday stuff with my fam, but couldn't pass up my sub-anniversary.
I will get to you momentarily, Aristotlemy. We get tier 3 sub. Milky Bog, by having your name upon the mirror of any means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a mum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course you get access to all the 6 diddly emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh god, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Oh yes, meow, you know? Whereas for you, Aristotle, I've got to inscribe your name upon the cheeky little, the very beautiful tier 3 mirror. My little peacock over here. Let me inscribe you on this cheeky little tier 3 mirror. By having your name on the tier 3 mirror of vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat. That's tier 4. We've talked about this. You also get access to all the sexy little emotes, including the tier 2 Pokemon emotes and the tier 3 cursed emotes. That's a really good point. Hold on, give me 2 seconds because I realized that I have not done something. I was meant to upload a TikTok saying that I was doing this, and I completely forgot. But it's fine. It's not a problem. The tier 3 cursed emotes, but the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in your little tier 3 mirror, and go, God, I wish they'd bring around cloning. So when someone says, go fuck yourself, I literally could. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know, you cheeky little devil, you. Right, I can now finally say hello to everybody. How's it going, Milky Pog? Hello, Kale. How you doing? Not dead just yet. Hello, how's it going? Doing very, very well. Jam Jar got very 80s rock ballad going on with the intro music. Yeah, the intro music was a mate of mine's band. I know them, or I used to know them very, very well. I haven't spoken to them in years now, but I used to know them very, very well. But yeah, they are, oh, words. I can do words. Words are things that I can do. They're very 80s style. They're called Nasty High. They're fucking great. I haven't seen anything from them since like 2021, so I hope that they're still going because they were fucking amazing. But I did see some new stuff from the singer. His fucking voice is unreasonable. It's just so good. So very, very good. I have a lot of vocal envy with that delightful being, but you know. But yeah, how you doing, Jam? How's it going? Forest Spirit Timo, welcome on in. How's it going? Kind of chilly today. Also kind of want some sweet nibble. I've just had a packet of love hearts. My mother made me a delightful, what's it called? A delightful mac cheese. So I've smashed that in my face. I'm trying to persevere through the fact my throat is not good today, friends. My throat is not great today, but it's all right. It's okay. It'll survive today, and then I can have like a few days off of just keeping nice and relatively quiet. Relatively being the operative word there, you know? Relatively being the operative word, because that's just the way I happen to be. That's just the way I happen to be. Brookie Cookie Frog, how you doing? How's it going? You beautiful bean. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hello, my fellow streamers. Where's the streamer top? Wink. Yeah, exactly. Basically. Well, this is the reason why I'm doing it. This is the whole reason why I'm doing it. I'm like, hey, friends, do you want to know more about the industry? Let's talk about the industry. Although I am getting quite toasty. I'm probably going to take this ridiculous branded hoodie off in the relatively near future. In the relatively near future, because I think my heating's just kicked on, which means that I am sweating my proverbial treble A flat batteries tits off, you know? It's a nice color. It is a nice color. Do you know what I like about it? It's because you can see the Twitch branding. Look. Just here. Can see the Twitch branding on it, but only just, and I like that. I like the subtlety of it. It's not in your face. It's not garish. It's not, you know, it's a pain in the ass because I got to hand wash it in order to make sure I don't lose that embossing. But overall, it's quite nice. It's quite nice, you know. It's all right. It's okay. I know. Purple is the best color. Anastasia, how you doing, you beautiful bean? It's fucking purple and fabulous, and that's why you're wearing it. I mean, that as well. Like I said, I was very much of the opinion that I am not going to wear Twitch branded stuff on Twitch because Twitch are not paying me. So why? It's like me wearing other branded stuff. It's just like, why would I do that? Do you know what I mean? Unless it's my own brand. Speaking of which, don't forget, friends, we've got the merch store release on Monday. I'm really excited. I'm actually genuinely really excited. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Even if nobody buys anything, just to show you all what I've been working on is just really fucking cool. You know, it's fun. It's fun. You know. Eric's told me if you need to disappear off, you do your thing, you beautiful being. You do your thing. It's a day chilling whilst at work. Hope you're doing well. Doing very, very well. Thank you very much. All doing very good. I've just popped to see my parents. We had a wonderful time. I haven't seen them in several months. Yeah, we're like I haven't seen them in ages. And my mother was like, Valen, I haven't seen you in a long time, so I've made you food so that you don't starve. Come round so that I can spend some time with you, and then you can fuck off again. I was like, okay, darling mother. Thank you, mama. And so she loaded me up with a vegetarian chili.
Oh, you followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful being. Welcome on in. I don't like to call people out just in case they're lurking. So if you're lurking, have a wonderful time. You continue on lurking. If you would like to come in and say hi, you are obviously more than welcome, you beautiful being. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yeah, she's loaded me up with a vegetarian chili and a vegetarian mac cheese, and I've just smashed the mac cheese in my face, and it was fucking delightful. Genuinely fucking delightful, you know? That would be awesome name for a band. A mate of mine. Yeah, could you imagine? Hey, have you listened to a mate of mine? Which mate? No, a mate of mine. Yeah, which mate? What are you talking? What are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? You know? Why not? That's like there's a bar in my hometown. There's a pub in my hometown called Moderation, as in drink in moderation. It's great. I like plays on words. I don't like dad jokes. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Love that old lure. Haven't seen you in a bit. We have food. Come round. Basically, yeah. That's effectively what happens. If I haven't seen my parents in a little while, my mother cooks food so that she has a reason for me to go around and say hi. And it's not that I don't mean to. My parents are fucking amazing. Do you know what I mean? My parents are glorious, glorious individuals. And they have, they're great people. It's just that I get so caught up with everything else that I'm doing that I just forget that time goes by so unbelievably quickly, you know? Time goes by so unbelievably quickly. I was doing some more stuff on the merch store today. I was speaking to some different people, sorting out the fucking Udi We've now got the Udi link, so that if people want to buy an Udi, I get commission off it. If they would like to give me commission, you know. I sorted out something that I'll show you in a little while as well. The brand have sent me some stuff to do over the festive season with everybody, and they've given me a discount code if people are on board about that. Oh my lordy, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and in between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders. Throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming here. They don't get more cheeky than Peachy Pixel 8. He spanked a set of steps, I hear you say. It's true. It's true. All of the blue pins. How was the blue pin? How was your excessive amount of fruit and or vegetables? I was lurking. I was watching you make a delightful fruit salad, and not in the way that I was expecting. Peachy Pixel 8. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was expecting a Peachy Pixel 8 fruit salad, I was expecting things to be very much not TOS safe. But no, actual fruit. Man, fucking baby. You know? People go check out my darling friend, Peachy Pixel 8, who's got a big Q. Oh, he's wearing a monocle. He's wearing a monocle over one eye there. Just a big Q monocle. It's fine. He's playing fruit salads. All right? Better than you, Sheepy Billy, no Switch. I mean, I don't want a Switch. I don't want a Switch. And there's a very good reason why I don't want a Switch, because my life would disappear. Would fucking disappear. I would never get anything fucking done. All right? Friends, go check out Peachy Pixel 8. Peachy Pixel 8 is a wonderful, wonderful bean. I love him very, very, very much. Almost as much as I love myself. And one day, that beard will tickle me in inappropriate places. All right? Friends, if you're new here, two things you need to know about this channel. One, you're not allowed to apologize. For par, individuals, for par. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. Two, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard. You shouldn't be, because you've just been in Peachy stream, and let's not lie about it. He's like a jizz rag. You know what I mean? In fact, do I still have that? I fucking do. I fucking do. Look at that announcement. You are not ready. You are not ready for this level of sexual ardor in streamer form. He is known in certain circles as the jizz rag, because the amount of people that spontaneously orgasm when his aura caresses them. Yeah. Yeah. All about it. All about it, you know. How was your stream? Wait, aren't you the no jizz rag guy? I am the no jizz rag guy, yeah. I'm the be classy. Get yourself some delightful, very soft, cushioned toilet paper for a delightful amount of absorption when cleaning one off. Friends, we're doing a delightful streamer Q&A today. I don't stream on Thursdays anymore. I gave up streaming on Thursdays, and then people were like, we need to do the stuff, and I want to pick your brains about the content creation industry. So I was like, cool, I'm going to do a dedicated stream to answering questions about the industry, if people want to answer them. I mean, you can just ask them in the... No one's asked any yet, so I don't know how well this is going to go. If you want to just ask them in the chat, you can do. If you want to use your channel points to make sure that I see them immediately, that's an even better way of doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's like 200 channel points or whatever that. Fuck it. That shouldn't be working. What the actual fuck? Calandra, thank you very much for that 5,000 predator points. That shouldn't be working. I literally paused all fucking things. I paused everything. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I'm gonna have to turn everything off. There we go. Fuck it. I'll turn them back on next things. How's it going, Calandra? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Also, welcome on in all those beautiful people. CCP, Eerie Trashmouth, Hammy.P. Oh my lordy, Hammy, how you doing? Finley, Bella Bean, welcome on in. Peachy Pixel 8, naturally, of course, naturally. Spiky to Pikey, how you doing? How's it going?
Oh, you follow
Wandering
me?
in.
Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you cheeky devil. I very much appreciate it. I won't call you out, just in case you decided. I saw that you weren't lurking, but you might have gone back in to lurk, and I don't want to call you all out and do bits and pieces. Do you know what I mean? He did terribly and hated it, Sheepy. Yeah, that makes me very happy. I mean, oh, Peachy, did you do really badly? Oh, don't worry, friend. Don't worry. Next time you make a fruit salad, I'm sure it'll be great. Sure, it'll be really good. You should get your partner to teach you. I'm sure Safi's fucking great at that game. Sure, Safi's great at that game. And I have no doubt that she would lord it up over you as well. You know, for sheer shits and giggles. By the way, Peachy, if you need to disappear off, in fact, if any of you delightful individuals need to disappear off, if you need to disappear, go do your things, go grab a snaffly treat, a delightful beverage, go do your bits and pieces. I appreciate you very, very, very much, but I respect the fact that you have lives and your life must come first. As much as I am excessively beautiful, and I struggle seeing reflective surfaces without gaining an immediate level of quivering in my quim. The fact of the matter is you have lives, and you know it's a thing. It's the thing that you should probably make sure that you look after. You know. Also, today you are officially allowed to call me a sellout, friends, because I am definitely wearing a Twitch hoodie. I never wear this on stream because I don't like the idea of representing Twitch on Twitch. But today we're talking about the industry, so it felt right. It felt right to do that. Do you know what I mean? It felt right. It felt right to do that. You know, felt right to do the thing. You're a streamer, got no life anyway. I feel that. I feel that in my life. I feel that in my fucking cockles. I feel that one. Do you know what I mean? Would you out of the chat? It's true. It's true. Wait, yeah, I am the no discard guy. Exactly. The waste alone, it's fucking mulched dead tree. What's it matter, right? Rags are reusable. Yeah, but if you... I'm not sure I want them to be reusable. You haven't seen the level of mess that I make.
Subscribed. Right? Missed kind.
When fruit game Valen.
When fruit game Valen? Is it a Switch only game? Whatever the game was. I tell you what, I play a fruity game every weekend. Oh, you cheeky devil. Peachy Pixelate! Coming in for the 25 months, you cheeky devil. I should now inscribe your name on the mirror. Vein. By having your name on the mirror of Vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Good God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? I tell you what, friends, a bit of a secret between you and me. You and me. I have to say, there's a moment in time that I am desperately looking forward to, and that's the time that Peachy Pixelate decides to don the eye makeup again. Because fuck me. You ain't seen nothing like those icy blue eyes in eye makeup. God damn. Valen, have you spent time in Louisiana? Just started watching Jurassic Outlook and your character and accent imperfection. Oh no, I haven't by any stretch of the imagination. Last the classic. Also, how you doing? Welcome on in. I haven't, no, but yeah, I had a lot of practice. I used to do like some online roleplay servers and stuff in like fucking what's it called, Red Dead Redemption, and that I got quite familiar with the accent quite quickly. And that the character that I play on Jurassic Outlook is like a variation on the accent I played for a guy called Salazar Fisk. How's it going? I'm Salazar Fisk. Now, there's no need to enjoy yourself too much. God, especially when I'm not involved, you see? It was quite an entertaining... Quite an entertaining character. He was fucking horrible. He was a nasty, nasty, horrible piece of work, but he was a horrible piece of work with a lot of charisma. So yeah, a lot of fun. You know. Pie? Why would I say hammy.pie when I could say hammy.p? How you doing? It's Safi's fault that you're actually playing the fruit salad game? That does not surprise me. Not even slightly. Not even slightly. That purple is a gorgeous color. It is very much so. Very, very much so. And do you know what? This is the reason why I bought the jumper, because I was not going to buy the jumper. I would like to say I was not going to be that person that wore Twitch merchandise when I work on Twitch, you know? But it's so unbelievably soft. And it's subtle, like you don't immediately see it. It's just like a purple hoodie, you know what I mean? You don't immediately see it, so it's like, okay, that's cool, that's all right. And then it was just like little sadness, little sadness. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Literally her fault. That's amazing. Stop blaming.
Yeah, you
Stop blaming the lab.
subscribed. Most
The lab.
kind.
Max, thank you very much for gifting that sub to Eerie Trash Mouse. Eerie Trash Mouse, I shall now grab your name on the mirror vein. For a second there, I completely forgot how to use any of the words, all the letters. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to a personal question. But to a personal question? My God, I read somebody's thing there. May I ask a question? Are we at that part of the stream? You may ask a question. You may ask a question. I'm more than happy to do that. I will probably get the question down in a moment. People, if you want to use channel points, it's like 200 channel points. But you know what? Let me make it 100 channel points. Let me make it, for all those new people that have just joined us, let me make it 100 channel points. And then ask an industry question, edit. Oop, shit. Edit 100. Save. But if you want to use like 100 channel points and then it'll get put in a queue that I can actually pay attention to, that would be grand. Do you know what I mean? Eerie, your name is now described on the mirror vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, harra, sexy. Oh yes, meow. You know. Perfect. Thank you very much, Isari. I will get to it momentarily. All right. Isal, excuse me, Isal. I've got there's like an advert, like 3 minutes of advert's gonna run in about 5 minutes time. I'll do a little dance during the advert so that nobody misses out on anything. Or when the advert's all over, we'll jump into the questions. If there are more questions and stuff, I'm more than happy to answer. This is like free for all streamer territory. If you've got questions about the industry, got questions about my experience, want to ask advice about experiences in your own streams, there will be no criticism or issues with I'm not gonna fucking call you out on saying that you've got that you're doing self promo if you're talking about your own stream tonight. Do you know what I mean? You talk about your own stream, that's cool, that's all right. Just don't be like all up in my business, being like, "Hey everyone, come inappropriately touch yourself to me." Like that's shit. But if you want to talk about, hey, look, in my stream I did this and this happened, could you give advice? I'm more than happy to do that. That's what today's all about. Do you know what I mean? Quim quiverly, quim quiverly, quim quiverly, quim quiverly, quim. I was taken so roughly by a bloke who called Jim. Quim quiverly. That's the one, Sheepy. That is the fucking one. Do you know what I mean? No worries, Finley. I hope you enjoyed Pole Fitness. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a wonderful time. There's a browser version. Oh, God. Oh, God. Gay. Yep, 100% accurate is what that is. Accurate. Oh, Peachy, we're doing a... I followed your lead. I have followed your lead, and we have got our merch store being released on Monday. Yes! 27th of November. Merch store being released on Monday. Which I believe is Cyber Monday, and there's going to be some, fucking discounts or something. I got no idea. I'm going to look into it. But, yeah, that's the thing. Horrible piece of work with a lot of charisma. So he was a streamer then. Yeah, basically, yeah. Accurate. Max, thank you so much for getting that sub to Eerie, by the way. I really appreciate it. Nick, sorry, how you doing? How's it going?
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Malback. I want to be on the mirror too.
Well, don't worry. You can be. You can be on the mirror, Malback. Coming back for the 33 months. I shall now inscribe your name on the mirror vein. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat. You cheeky devil. And of course you get access to all those sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, herra, sexy. Oh yes, meow. You know, you cheeky devil. How's it going, One True Cripple? Hello, you beautiful being. Also, good evening. How's it going? Just aside from the two I've just asked, it's all right. I'm not that person. I'm not gonna be like, well, you just asked a question. God damn it.
Yeah, you subscribed.
What is going on today? What is happening? I didn't realize Thursdays were so popular, you know? Jade Dragon. Oh, and Wild Squeak as well.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Both of your names have been inscribed on the mirror of Vane, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat. We've talked about this. It might be thirst days, Nick Soy, but not a bum Snapchat. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Good God, I look rough. Well, God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow. You know? Oh, darn, wrong button again. Shucks, eh? Shucks. Oh, shucks. Got the points put in the queue. I appreciate that, sorry. Oh, Asal. I'll get your name right one of these days. Friends, an advertisement is about to start. It will start in a few seconds' time. You will not miss out on anything, friends. It'll be 3 minutes of adverts, exactly 3 minutes of adverts, and you won't miss out on anything. It'll be, like, I do a big thing. So we'll start all the bits and pieces afterwards, in fact, you know? In fact, they have started now. Oh my God. But bear with me 2 seconds, friends. Because I forgot to set up a thing that I was meant to set up. Music. Shush. Because, friends, while the advertisement is happening, we are now going to be playing. What is Valen wearing today? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and in between. I can't speak today, apparently. It's time for What is Valen wearing today? Valen Vane is choosing to wear the Twitch hoodie on Twitch. Controversial, I know. But Twitch hoodie on Twitch. He's also wearing one of his own merchandise things underneath, but that's a thing for the future thing. What else has he got on? Hey? Friends, I am also wearing my delightful metallic tapestry print trousers in order to go really well with the nice purple hoodie that we've got going on. That's effectively what that's all about. I can't lie about it. All right. Can't lie about it. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way, you beautiful bean. I will not call you out just in case you're lurking.
Ooh, you little stalker.
And that follow as well. Welcome on in, you beautiful individual. Thank you very much for stopping by and pressing that follow button. It means a lot to me. I don't like to call people out in case they're lurking, but you're very welcome on in. We do all kinds of shenanigans and wild shit. Fucking knackered now, you know? Love the earring cuffs today. Thank you very much. I think they're a bit all over the place now. But, tell you what, let's have a look. They're dangly. But they're good. They're dangly, but they're good. You know? Thank you for making the world a better and more interesting place by being your authentic and generous self. That's the only way I know how to be, yourself. That's the only way I know how to be. It's just this way. Just this way. Do you know what I mean? I can't do much else. I just do this stuff, you know? I will answer your question momentarily. I'm just going to catch up with chat a wee bit. Friends, if you do have questions about the industry, about streaming, about Twitch in general, about content creation in general, I'm big on TikTok, and I know a lot about YouTube. In fact, I know a lot about a lot of social medias. If you've got questions, by all means ask. Don't worry about like mildly self-promoting and stuff at the moment. If you're a streamer, now is the time to ask your questions. Now is the time to ask your questions, you know? People said that they wanted something like this, so this is the reason why we're doing it. This is the reason why we're doing it. It's not even in my normal streaming schedule. It's just like extra shit, you know? Extra shit. How's it going, Wild Squeak? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Lurk away. If you need to lurk away, you lurk away, you beautiful individual. You lurk away. I was on my way to a meeting at the White House yesterday, and the theme was "What is Valen wearing?" The theme to "What is Valen wearing?" kept playing in my brain and made me want to dance to the sidewalk. That makes me very happy. That makes me very, very happy indeed. Rebecca Thomas, how you doing? Do you do black magic? I don't do any magic. Other than charisma and theater magic in the regards of special effects and shit like that. No, can't really say that I do. I have shitloads of mirrors, and I am told by a variety of different people who practice, who are like Wicca practitioners, that I should not have mirrors with people's names on them. The background seems kind of like that. Yeah, I bought this house fucking ages ago because it was a number 69, and back when I had a really real job and wasn't just a full-time content creator. Really real job. And the words, I can do words. They are things that I can do. Yeah, and my idea was to decorate it like Prince fucked the Moulin Rouge. My entire theory is that if people can walk into the house and immediately question all of their life choices, then it's worthwhile. Then it is worthwhile, you know? You know? You play games. I do on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So my usual streaming schedule is Monday evening, where we do just chatting. Tuesday, we do a long form game. And Wednesday that we do a short form game. What we mean by long form game and short form game, a really, really long game, one that's going to last over 4 weeks. We play on Tuesday during the day, 1 p.m. GMT. And then on Wednesday at 1 p.m. GMT, we play a short form game, which is something that'll last up to 4, maybe 5 weeks. So at the moment on Tuesday, we're playing Baldur's Gate 3, which was voted for by the community. And we are playing The Filth Wizard. That's right. I entirely and utterly dedicate myself to filth wizardry, and my character is all about spreading hedonism throughout the land of Faerun, throughout Dungeons and Dragons land. We're bringing BDSM and fire lizards, you know. So yeah, we'll be doing that. We're doing that every Tuesday, and then on Wednesday at the moment we are playing Alien Isolation. I've played Alien Isolation before.
Flee!
Oh my lordy, lordy! Ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who do you think they are? Oh my lordy, it's Abby Stabby Art. Hello, Abby. How you doing, you beautiful bean? How are you doing, you glorious individual? And this as well.
Fresh from Pound Town, USA, it's Abby Stabby.
Fresh from having their bones rattled, it's Abby Stabby. I have been keeping up to date with your adventures across the United States. I'm glad that you have been having a wonderful, wonderful time, Abby. Abby Stabby, I shall now describe your name on the mirror. Vane.
Oh, you followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful individual. Welcome on in. By having your name upon the mirror of Vane means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Yes, meow, you know. Welcome on in, all you beautiful beans. Welcome on in. I've got a question that I need to answer about the industry at the moment. Today we are doing an industry Q&A thing, because we've got loads of people in the community that are streamers themselves or are content creators themselves, and I've been doing this for fucking 5 years. I've been full-time for 4. And if people have questions, we have a channel points redemption that's like 100 channel points. It says, ask an industry question. Ask me fucking anything you want. Anything about advice on your current situation. Why I did the things the way I did them. Would I do anything different? Anything you want to fucking know. Today is industry day. Today is about stuff to do with the industry. Don't worry about like implicating your own streams and shit like that. There's no self promo today. We just don't give a shit. We're all right. We're all right. Just don't rub it in people's faces and we're all right. Do you know what I mean? Rattled like a big old xylophone. What were you drawing today, Abby Stabby? What were you drawing today? What were you getting up to? What were you doing? What were you doing? Tell me all about it. Friends, if you're new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. For pa. Individual for pa. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, which you shouldn't be if you're in Abby Stabby's art stream, because I know what kind of crotches and or busts those arty pieces that they do is. You know? That they do is. Ooh, Jesus, come on.
Most kind.
Something from Stabby Town.
Something from Stabby Town. Beardy Dan, how you doing? Isal, are you still there, by the way? Are you still here? I want to answer your question very quickly. Beardy Dan, the beardy man. Your name is now inscribed on the mirror of fame, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh, God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? Let me just check to see if Isal's still in in here. If you're here, Isal, let me know. I want to make sure that I answer your question. I don't know if it's Isal or Isari. I'm not entirely sure. I'll wait. I'll wait for them to say hello before I answer their question, because I don't want them to ask a question and then me just answer it when they're not even here. You know. You know. I'm trying out the new Procreate animation software. Been animating a bunch of silly normal expressions. Oh, I love this. I love this. How are you finding it? Is it good? Is it wonderful? Is it great? Is it glorious? Tomorrow is Crotches and Busts Abomination Day, after all. Oh, yes. Abomination Friday. Of course it is. Of course it is. How's it going, Brook Artist? Brookit Heart Artist, how you doing? Welcome on in. Is it Brookit Artist or is it Brook Tartist? That I have to ask. I never know when you're a friend of Abby Stabby's. Do you know what I mean? And I never know. I never know. Because that shit's different. Painted Lady, hello. How you doing, you beautiful bean? Fascinating? Yeah, it should be. How's it going, Evil Penguin? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Let me scroll up a wee bit. No such thing as black or white magic. Yeah, it's just magic. It depends how you use it, etc. You know. However, I would argue that stuff that is specific. Do you know what? I'm not even going to get into that conversation. Not even going to get into that conversation. You know what I mean? We'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3 for the foreseeable century. I'm hoping it's not going to take that long, but I might just ignore some of the side quests and shit, you know? You commission artists for your artwork. I do, Rebecca Thomas. In fact, Abby Stabby Art, who has just scrolled on in here with all of their wonderful individuals, is the artist who does all of our emotes and has done a fuck ton of our merchandise. Our brand new merchandise store launches on the 27th of... so next Monday. It launches on the 27th of November. We've got a brand new merch store. It's all decorated, all fancy dancy, looking real fit and pretty, and yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good, man. It's good. Beardy Dan, the taxi driver to Pound Town. Oh, is that what happened? Brooke the artist. Oh, I love it. Oh, is it like Brooke? Is it like a Yorkshire? Brooke to artist. Brooke to artist. I like it. That feels very much like home. Do you know what I mean? That feels very much like home to me. Aye, calm yourself. Abby Stabby got taken all the way to the Pound Town. Taxi driver, Beardy Dan the Beardy Man, couldn't help himself. What can I say? Just having a good time. Oh look, brought in Brooke to artist, having a good time. Love it. Mr. and Mrs. Crafting, how you doing, you beautiful beans? How you doing? That I did, right thorough, I'm sure. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Abby, if you need to disappear off and grab some kind of snaffly treat, grab some kind of delightful beverage, go and do your thing. Thank you very much for bringing your people over. It means a lot to me. But I understand what it's like. I understand. You gotta go feed Norman to sort of the management out. You know, get disciplined. I mean, have a disciplinary with the management. Right. Slightly nervous putting offer in a house. We'll hear back on Monday. Oh, that's very exciting. Don't be nervous. Convert that nervousness into excitement. You know what I mean? May I have your Twitter? I am Valen Vane on absolutely every single platform apart from YouTube. YouTube, I am Thurston Vanity. In fact, if you do !socials, should pop up with all of them. All the little titty bits. There we go. Thank you very much, Kyle. Lurkwide job search, no worries. You take it easy, One True Cribble. You take it easy, beautiful bean. Found them? Woo! Yeah. I post relatively regularly on Twitter. The ones that my main platforms are Twitch and TikTok. You know? Big hug for everyone that either wants or needs it, or just a hug addict. I mean, well, all about it. All about it, you know? All about it. Isari, Isal, are you still here? You beautiful bean? They may have just dropped into lurk, which is entirely fair. I'll answer one of the other questions. So, friends, the whole point of today is streamer Q&A. The reason why is because we have that many people in the community that are streamers themselves or are into content creation in some way, shape, or form. I've literally been doing this full-time for 4 years. I've been doing it entirely for 5 years. And in just over 5 years now, fucking hell. And people come in and ask me my advice and questions on the industry all the time. I fucking love it. I am really, really passionate about the industry as a whole. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can use your channel points. It's like 100 channel points to ask a question. You're here, Asal, you beautiful being. Amazing. I'll answer your question first then. But yeah, don't worry about like self-promo. Don't worry about those things. I respect the fact that we are going to be talking about different people's streams and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be like super, oh my God, you're talking about your own stream, because that's just not the kind of person I am. You know what I mean? Not the kind of person that I am. I just chose this moment to pat your boob. Coincidence? I think not. I do love a good boob pat, if I'm completely honest with you. Right, okay. Industry question. Isal, is it Isal or is it Isari? I'm struggling to be able to read the letters in your name.
Flee!
I was literally just about to get to a question. Oh, my lordy. And then another raid drops in. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders. Throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really good. We're never going to get to these questions, but that's all right. Welcome on in, raiders. Welcome on in, all you beautiful individuals. Very much appreciate you being here. How's it going, Cherney? How you doing, you glorious bean?
Oh, you followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
People go check out the wonderful Cherney Adventures. Wonderful bean. Glorious individual. Were you doing some Just Chime? What were you doing today? What were you up to? Tell me all about it. Tell me all the bits and pieces. Tell me what was going on. Tell me what was happening. How you doing? How's it going? Friends, if you're new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. For par, individuals, for par. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you much more positive much more positive in the mindset and what have yous. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave, because I am a colossal filth wizard, and even though today we are talking about streaming, the industry of content creation, and all of that jazz, if you have any questions, it's like 100 channel points to ask a question. If you have any, then by all means ask me. You're more than welcome to ask me pretty much fucking anything. But even though we do have that, I am primarily more a sex educator than a stream educator. So, yeah, I will be talking about filth wizardry, because that's the kind of person that I am, you know? That's the kind of person that I am. But, Cherney, how was your thing? How's your mountain shade raid? I love it. Bring all your mountain shades. We love doing naughty things in the shade of the mountain. I mean, what? L on the end, thank you for going. I'm doing my best. Asal. Doing my best. Doing well, thank you. Did a bunch. We're talking about the new TTRPG Candela Obscura. and some stuff I'm excited to write. What is Candela Obscura? I am a delightful nerd. Please enlighten me. Playing some ESO and then just enjoying our company on the glorious holidays. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Well, you're very, very welcome on in. If you need to disappear off, or if any of your wonderful people need to disappear off and grab some kind of snaffly treat or delightful beverage, perhaps, please go and do so. Your life must come first. And thank you very much for the follow there. I will not call your name out just in case you are lurking, because I don't like to call people out who are lurking. But if you are not lurking, come and say hi. If you are, by all means, you stay lurking. You stay lurking. Right, 23 minutes ago, Isal asked a question, okay? I'm curious about how you balance welcoming with drawing healthy boundaries with inquisitive/nosy viewers. Ooh, we're starting things off. Starting things off with a fucking good one. The answer is difficult. The answer is difficult because the fact of the matter is, I can't, even after 5 years, I can't say that I do an amazing job of it. I can't say I do an amazing job of it. I find that being honest always helps. Being honest always helps. I am welcoming to absolutely everybody, and I give everybody the chance to come in and say hi and have a good time and all that jazz. But I'm also very, very honest about if somebody crosses a line. If I'm turned around and I'm like, cool, these are my boundaries, I will communicate them very clearly. If somebody crosses them, I'll give them, I've said, like, usually it's about 3 strikes. Usually it's about 3 strikes. Sometimes a little more depending on certain aspects, like misunderstandings or not understanding certain social dynamics and stuff like that, either a cultural dynamic or a social dynamic or the way that Twitch works, for example. But usually it's 3 strikes. Normally it's I am letting you know this is a boundary, please respect it. Second time it's you're fucking up, don't keep doing this, otherwise you will actively regret it. Third time, fucking gone. Just fucking gone. No, there is no space. The thing I used to back in the day, back when I was a wee young whippersnapper, back in the day, I used to give everyone the opportunity, because I was like, what happens if they're mistaken? What happens if what happens if they didn't mean it? What happens if they... And the fact of the matter is, I would give people so many fucking chances, and all it would do was damage my mental health, damage my community's health, and damage my reputation as a streamer, you know? For context, I had somebody new come in and right away started asking if I am married and if I had kids, etc. You can tell them that's none of their business. That's what I would answer. I'm like, why is this any of your business? Actually, to be fair, normally what happens is I tend to get really freaky with it. Yes, I'm married to Pamela Henderson or something along those lines. But the fact of the matter is, it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. Me and my partner, for example, are all very public with our relationship now, but we were dating each other for like a year and a half before we went public, because it's nobody else's business. It's nobody else's business, you know? Innocent enough, but kind of a weird vibe. I mean, yeah, exactly. You never know. There may be something where, like, that person feels particularly comfortable and they know where they stand with somebody or what have you. There's a variety of different things. But the fact of the matter is, doesn't matter what their intentions are. Doesn't matter why they're asking the question. The fact of the matter is that it's none of their business. And you can turn around and be like, hey, that's a little bit personal for somebody who's just walked in. Why don't you chill out for a bit, get to know the community, and if not, then disappear off. The thing that I will immediately, and you know what, I think this is going to be one of the recurring themes, is be aware that, oh my god, how am I going to word this? Because this is going to be particularly interesting. Be aware that you should consider... Yeah, okay. You should consider the good of the community before you consider somebody's intentions. The good of your stream, the good of the community that you are building up before you consider somebody's intentions. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how innocent or malicious those intentions are. The fact of the matter is, whatever they are saying is causing damage to a community, you know? And that is something that I've had to learn multiple times the hard way. I get it. There's multiple times where I'm just like, this is real shit. This is a really shit situation, but here we are. The impact over intention. Yeah, exactly. Because you're right. It might not be their fault, but that doesn't stop. Like somebody fucking blows a cannon into a shop full of people. They might not have meant to blow the cannon, but the fact of the matter is the impact's still done. Do you know what I mean? Consider the good of the community first. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And I am very much one of these people. I've met streamers and I speak to streamers all the fucking time who are just like, no, cut them out immediately. I like to give people a chance. I like to message them and be like, hey, this isn't okay. This is the reason why it's not okay. And you need to not do this again. And if they do it again, fucking cut them out, you know? Because it's just the way that these things tend to work. Do you know what I mean? Candela Obscura is a horror investigation quick D6 development by the Critical Role staff. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I love that. Basically a Gaslamp Eldritch horror vibe. Oh, I love that. Genuinely do. That sounds amazing. There we're on to done the quick start module, played a magician, had a blast. Yeah, cool. Does that answer your question, Asal? I have sometimes judging people, so I appreciate the validation. Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter how good you are at judging people. The question is, do you feel comfortable? Regardless of what they're doing, regardless of what they are doing or what is happening with them, do you feel comfortable? If the answer is no, then something's wrong and you should do something about it. And it also needs to be said that even though, like this community, for example, this community is my community. Emphasis on the my. It doesn't matter who is in the community. Well, it does. I fucking love you all. You're amazing and glorious and spectacular. And I genuinely do fucking love you to pieces. But the fact of the matter is, it's my community. It's my job to make sure this community grows healthily. It's my job to cut out the fucking bad apples and or go in and just be like, hey, this isn't fucking okay. That all rests on my shoulders. All rests on my shoulders. You know? As I said a little while ago, this is my house. You are all guests in my house, and very valued guests you are too, but it's still my house. You know? People who are well-intentioned but socially awkward should be able to adapt to boundaries, but people who are not well-intentioned will try and push our boundaries for their gain. Yep, effectively, yeah. It's entirely valid to say to anybody that the topic is private. Yep, 100%. 100%. Definitely didn't do it in my early days, and I still feel it. Yeah. I've done it. I've done it multiple times. When I first started streaming, my community was a very troll-oriented community. We had a lot of trolls in here, and I had to do a full purging. And I mean, fucking hell, this was in the first year of me streaming, so I went from like 40 viewers down to about 13. Because I was just like, no, what I'm doing here is cultivating a toxic community that I don't want. I was cultivating a toxic space, and I didn't want to cultivate a toxic space. I wanted to cultivate a welcoming space, you know? It was a big drop, you know? Difference between one chance and too many chances in Monumental. Yes, and also do not forget, there's also another massive thing, especially when it comes to too many chances. The more chances you give somebody, the harder it is to get rid of them. The more chances you give somebody, the harder it is to get rid of them. Because as time goes on, and this is actually just basic human psychology that a lot of people aren't entirely sure of, but it does come down to basic human psychology. The more chances you give somebody, the less bad their actions seem. Because one bad action is a bad action. One bad action in 3 bad actions is a bad action. One bad action in 40 bad actions? It's nothing. Do you know what I mean? Feels like the sunk cost fallacy. Yeah. Which is the reason why I tend to give people like 3 chances, generally speaking. But that isn't just a streaming thing. That's a life thing. You've got friends, you've got colleagues, you've got family members. How's it going, Captain Bamboo Friend? How you doing? You got family members, you got colleagues, you got friends, you got associates, you got whatever, and they do a bad action. Tell them immediately that it's a bad action. Because 1 bad action can be corrected. 3 bad actions can be corrected. 40 bad actions? They're doing it on purpose at that point, you know? Think you'll have a blast with the aesthetic of Candela? Oh, cool. I probably will. It's reminding me of a specific thing, so I think it might be the same thing that I was thinking of, but yeah. Yeah, so there you go, Sal. There you go. I hope I answered the question accurately and fully. I do hope that you can share that load with some mods or trusted friends. Yeah. We'll get on to the subject of mods, because mods is an interesting one. Because I love my mods completely and utterly. But I have had, I have no shame in saying that over the full 5 years of me streaming, I have had some roller coasters with mods. I've had mods tell me that they were going to leave me because I'm not the streamer that they thought I was. I've had mods just fucking disappear. I've had mods that I've like had arguments with and stuff like that. The mods, you've got to be really careful with your mods. You've got to be careful and be clear about your boundaries twice as much with your mods as you are with your community. And make sure your mods are clear with their own boundaries. My moderators are very, very clear with their boundaries. And that's why I fucking love them to pieces. Because they're like, I can do this, I can't do these things, I will be in for this amount of time, then I've got to dip out. Or they'll drop me a message in the mod chat or whatever, and they'll be like, hey, this topic's getting a bit too heavy for me, I've got to drop out. Whatever the fucking scenario. The reason why me and my mod team work so well is because we are very honest with each other. We're very, very honest with each other. You know? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, all genders outside and in between. Max Wattage has redeemed a praise the mods. Could you do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. Mods, you beautiful beans. I appreciate you very, very much for what you do in the stream and what you do outside the stream, both for me personally and for the community as a whole in the Discord and for Vainmus and all that jazz, you know? I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. It was amazing. Thank you so much. No, my pleasure. My pleasure. This is what today is all about. This is what today is all about, friends. You know? Been a hot minute. Love to see the you in a chat at this side of the pond. Oh, I love that. It's scary, those benchmark times that you're going to lose numbers and never come back, right? Drop from 40 to 13 can be terrifying. It was fucking terrifying, Journey. It was fucking terrifying. To go from 40 viewers to 13 was awful. But my community, it's that whole pruning the weeds so that you can make the flower bed grow. It was fucking horrible, but it was better in the long run. How's it going, Sir Didymus? How you doing? Zooty Booty, hello, you beautiful bean. It was much better in the long run because now we have a community that actively fucking cares about each other. You know? You know? Hence why toxic relationships develop without being noticed. Yep, 100%. Sheldon also gave people 3 strikes. I was about to say, I tend to give people 3 strikes because it gives a chance for a mistake, a chance for a misunderstanding of boundaries or a misunderstanding of social dynamics. Because, you know, not everybody sees social dynamics as clearly as other people, you know. We have got a community that is super neurodiverse, super culturally diverse, super nationally diverse. Do you know what I mean? We've got people from all over the fucking world in this community, and I fucking love it because I find it very, very enriching. But I am also aware that there will be faux pas here and there, and I want to give people the chance to learn. Do you know what I mean? But if they've had the chance to make a mistake and been corrected, had the chance to just not understand the bigger picture and being corrected, and then they do it again, you're not worth keeping around. You're not worth keeping around for the benefit of the fucking community, you know? It's just not worth that shit. And I will actively lose viewers 110% if I think that that culling of viewers is going to benefit the community as a whole. You know? If we get people that come in and are a little bit too on the nose about their dark jokes and stuff like that, I'll fucking cut them out. I don't give a shit. I would much rather have a place where people can feel good and feel themselves and feel good about being themselves in their sexuality, in their gender, in their personal journeys, do you know what I mean, than have a massive community full of people who I can't control. Not even can't control, can't fucking stand to be around, you know? Also, you aren't obliged to keep people in your life. People that only cost energy and add nothing to your life. Yeah, agreed. Definitely noticed a general drop in viewers over the past few months, and it can be very disheartening. Glad for my regulars, though. They're so great to hang out with each time. Yeah, and also the other thing that's, especially in regards to the regulars and stuff, there's 5 questions. I'll get to them. Especially in regards to like viewer numbers and things, I always turn off my viewer numbers. My viewer numbers are off. They have been off since the beginning of stream. I pop them on very, 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 very rarely if I'm talking about something like this and I'm like, oh, like, let's look at how many viewer numbers I've got. I've got this many viewer numbers, and let's add some context to it. Do you know what I mean? We make a joke about the fact that I've always got 69 viewers in this chat. Always, 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 no matter what happens. And yeah, I try not to pay attention to viewer numbers. And the reason why is because you can spend your entire life, your entire streaming life, wondering what it is that you are doing that is pushing people away. And the fact of the matter is, you will never know. You don't know whether people are leaving because they've got their own lives. People are leaving because they have found another content creator that they gel better with. People are leaving because there's like an entire country has lost its internet. Do you know what I mean? People are leaving because they got other emergencies. There are like so many reasons that people might not tune into your stream. I saw a fucking huge dip, an absolutely fucking huge dip, straight after the pandemic when people started going back outside again. And once I'd hit partner. Once I'd actually hit partner, I saw a massive dip in viewers. And I spent so long, I spent fucking months going, oh my god, this is the worst. Where have these people gone? Am I now no longer entertaining? Were they just in it till I got to partner? Was it? And I just like sat and dwelled on all of this shit that I have no fucking clue over. And the fact of the matter is, if you can't control it, why worry about it? If you have no influence over it, why worry about it? So instead of spending all my energy on worrying about why those people weren't there, I started going, do you know what? I'm going to spend my energy on making good content. And if people come back, great. And if we get new people in, great. Because what is going to attract people is good content, not me worrying about where the fucking people have gone. You know? Yeah, no. Jam Jar Brain asked, who helped you work out stream setup and how the tech works? So I started streaming 5 and a bit years ago because a streamer at the time called Graham's Trash got me into it. He was like, Valen, you do all of these theater stuff and bits and pieces. While you're in your downtime, you should go onto Twitch. And I was like, what the fuck is Twitch? And he was like, it's a streaming platform. People play games. People do bits and pieces. I was like, I don't play games, so what's the fucking point? Excuse me. And then I spent 3 months literally going in and getting to know people and getting to different people's communities and speaking to people and getting to know how the whole system worked, and started really enjoying the different atmospheres that I could find on Twitch. And then I started streaming. But yeah, Graham's Trash was the first person to... He helped me set up my computer. He helped me set up the microphone and the camera and everything. And then I watched a shitload of YouTube videos as to how to do things. Since then, Sembar Flay has done an awful lot to help me to work out how tech works. Along with a few other people. Max Wattage just sent me a whole load of information as well. There's quite a few people. We've got a very tech savvy community, and they've massively helped me in various different ways across the years. But initially, that first type of thing was all set up in my wardrobe at the time, and yeah, they set me all up doing all that stuff. It was pretty wild, pretty fucking wild. They set up my computer, they did all those bits and pieces. There's also a guy called Toblakai who made my big glowing V, which isn't in the background anymore, but when I change my studio around in the new year, you'll see it all there, and it helped me out with a whole load of different bits and pieces. So yeah, like quite a lot of people over the years, quite a lot of people have helped me with various different things, and I would strongly recommend that people, regardless of whether there's no such thing as knowing too much when it comes to streaming and technology and stuff. So even if you're like I came in fucking clueless, and I have done nothing but learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. And I am constantly learning because I am not a tech savvy individual. I am not tech savvy at all. So yeah, it's a constant lesson for me. But yeah, that they were the people that started me off, you know. Eris Ptolemy asks, question A, as a potential streamer myself who has had tech issues, do you think having the headset and mic separated is better for sound quality, or is it better to have both together? Definitely better separated. Definitely better separated. When you have a headset on a microphone on a headset, you get every fucking movement. You get the microphone being too close to your mouth, which means you get fucking mouth sounds and breath sounds. Every time you move the microphone, it'll crunch every single time. Like, it's so much clearer to have something set up like this, where it's just like, here it is, here's the bits and pieces, it's all separate. You can get relatively cheap microphones. There is a YouTuber called Senpai Gaming, YouTube channel called Senpai Gaming, who do reviews of cheap microphones. They do reviews of shitloads of technology, but they do reviews of like cheap microphones, and they have found some really good microphones, and like their videos will help you find out which microphone will be best for you based on your budget, and how to set it up as well. So in order of importance when it comes to streaming, audio is always first. Audio, lighting, camera. That is your importance level. Audio first, then lighting, then camera. Because people will say, every single day, every single fucking day, I come in, I turn my computer on, I pull up a Twitch stream, and my Twitch stream sits at the side on one of my separate monitors while I get on with work. If the fucking audio is shit, I will not watch the stream. Because I have no fucking time to hear all the fucking crunches and the peaks and the mouth breathing and all of that shit when I'm trying to work. That shit is super fucking distracting. You want to make sure you have a good fucking audio setup before. And I'm not saying spend fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds on it. I'm saying do your research. There's some really good microphones out there that are relatively cheap. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to try and find the video on the microphones. The specifically lower end, let's say lower end, the cheaper microphones that do people well. Because I'm pretty sure they did one that was like $40 or $30 or something, and it was like a USB microphone, so it was literally just plug and play. Fucking hell. It was a long time. Gifts for gamers and YouTubers? No. That's so frustrating. Where the fuck is it? I hate when people change their fucking thumbnails. I can't fucking find anything anymore. Oh, wait. There we go. This one here. Let me copy this link and put it in the chat so that you're all aware. If you are a streamer and you are, or you're starting to think about streaming, you're like, do you know what? I'm not entirely sure what I should do and what have you. Harris Heller does a video on what is this? Oh. Spread the love. Okay. Well, come on in. Could have said hi first, but all right. You do your thing. You do your thing. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, Harris Heller does a YouTube video on the best budget microphones. That was the best budget microphones in 2021. However, those will still do you. You might find relatively good ones of the slightly more new, but yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, audio first. Audio first. Worrying about numbers can be absolute heck, especially in the creative community nowadays. People can find themselves getting stuck in the validation cycle, views and likes, and worrying that less likes equals less relevancy. But it's important to remember the days when we would create something just for our own joy, and if other people online like that, then that's cool. What's most important at the end of the day is if I'm enjoying myself in the process. Yep. Because if you are doing stuff because you feel obliged to do it, as I have recently been talking about, if you do stuff because you feel obliged to do stuff, then people will see that you're pushing yourself to do something you don't want to do, and they will tune out of it. This community is I've said this recently and I'll say it again. People in this community are very well aware when I am not having a good time. When I am struggling with something, it might be fucking great when on the surface, hey, everything's great and fine and dandy, but you can see that I'm dead in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? And people won't tune into stuff that you don't enjoy. If you enjoy it, then you're thinking. That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't tell because the audio would just not cooperate at all for me. Sometimes just the game would pick up, other times it would be only me. Then towards the end, it was so tinny. If you are using Streamlabs or OBS or something like that, which I would strongly recommend that people jump into OBS, because I'm not a massive fan of Streamlabs myself. But if you need to have them as separate audio inputs. Different when you've got like a mixer or a Go XLR or something like that. But if you have them as separate audio inputs, then you should be able to control them separately between what comes out of your computer and what comes out of your microphone, or what goes into your microphone, should I say? You know, my head has been full of microphone for the past 2 weeks. Another very good YouTube channel is Podcastage. Oh, I don't know that one. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I always like a good give them a subscribe and a look-see. Do comprehensive tests of nearly every microphone on the market. Love to see it. You can pick a really decent microphone at less than $50 and then learn your EQ and make it really good quality. Agreed. EQing is very, very good. 9% of the time Twitch is side 2. Audio is 99% of my need. Yeah. Agreed. Still recommend it. I would still recommend you to people and talking about the dog drawing you did for me. So it's still relevant. Oh, I love that. That's gorgeous. I love to see it. Don't mind that aspect. My main issue is the darn audio never picking up. So it definitely may need to invest in a headset and the mic separately. I would strongly recommend that you do the mic separately. Yeah, USB microphone. You can get really good USB microphones these days, and you don't need a big fucking 500-pound XLR microphone or anything like that. You can get a good USB microphone. Learn how it works. One of the greatest things you can do with it is find somebody who has a similar voice to you and find out what their audio settings are. If you are not an audio person yourself, I went through a whole load of shit. I literally spent like 3 hours with Jay Britton, who's a voice actor, about audio stuff. We just sat down and we went through absolutely everything in order to get the best out of my audio. You know? Me and the missus also that we stream together, so you need good omnidirectional microphone. Yeah, or you need good sound absorption between the two microphones, which is different. You need dynamic mics as opposed to compressor mics. Dynamics, compressors, and shotguns are the three like types of mic. I'm pretty sure it's the dynamics. Can't remember. My brain has just failed me there. You know. But yeah, so I think that answers your question. Next one. Could have found out something funny but kind of evil in a cringy way. By all means, Dr. Dreadmore. I keep calling you Dr. Dreadmore, even though it's Dr. Dreadmore. But welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going? How's it going, Fish Pancakes? How's it going? Condenser mics. That's the one. Condenser mics. I'm going to have to search this up. So that I give... A condenser microphone uses transducer that is based on variable capacity. What? Yeah, a condenser microphone is like mine. No, yeah, it's a dynamic mic. That's the one. That's the one. Not, yeah. So the SM7B is a dynamic microphone, which means that it picks up like this space here and this space. You've got to speak directly into the microphone in order to get it picked up. If I speak like this, and I'm talking like this, you can't really hear it because it's not picking all that stuff up. You know? You can hear it, because obviously audio goes fucking everywhere. Like you can hear it because audio goes everywhere, but you can hear it much clearer when it's directly in front of my face, because it's like my voice is going usually just over the top of the microphone itself. Whereas with a condenser microphone, that picks up all around the sides and the top. So if you see as somebody who's got a microphone like this, then it's usually a condenser microphone because it's picking up everything. If you've got multiple people on one microphone, then you need a condenser. If you've got one person per microphone, then you need a dynamic. That's as I understand it. I'm not an audio tech by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what I have learned. Yes, I've got the Shure SM7B is the microphone that I use. Very expensive microphone. Very expensive microphone. Mr. and Mrs. Crafting asked, not from asking for me, but for lots of streamers, how do you deal with the pressure of performing? I don't have a problem with it. I have never had a problem with performing at all. I am very much, as I'm sure people that know me for much longer, like Abby Stabby or Classic Chunk or people, they will tell you I've never had an issue being in front of people doing the bits and pieces. I think that a lot of people, like I find streaming harder than being on stage, because when I'm on stage, I give out a shitload of energy and I get a shitload of energy back in whoops and cheers and laughter and what have you. Whereas when you're doing streaming, it took me a good like 18 months to get used to giving so much energy and getting nothing back. And it's not that the community gives me nothing back, because you do, but it's a very different style because everything's via text. It's just like I say a joke and then I've got to wait for, or I say like an anecdote with a funny punchline, and then I've got to wait for whatever delay comes, and then I get to see everybody laughing. Do you know what I mean? Like there's that weird, it's a weird dynamic, and you don't hear the laughing, you don't feel the laughing, it's a very different situation, very different style. But for a lot of people, that makes it a lot easier, because when they are like, I'm talking to people on the internet, I'm talking like they don't see it as they're talking to people on the internet. They see it as they're talking to a camera, talking to a microphone, which means that they don't worry about how many people they have in their audience. They're just like, cool, I am just sat here talking, having a good time, doing something that I love doing, and if people like it, great, and if they don't like it, never mind, you know? They don't really think about that element. In regards to performance side of things, one of the... Okay, I'm not gonna say... Please just imagine the sound. Yeah, basically, Max White. Yeah, that's what a lot of it comes down to. One of the reasons why we got the applause emote is specifically because of that. Because now I can see it, and it makes me feel a little bit more like there's good stuff going on, you know? What was I going to say? Talking about the difference in energy. Yeah. Dramatic pauses. Yeah. I think it's... There are definitely times where pressing go live is so hard. It's so hard. And actually, Captain Bambi's Revenge is just... I'm going to skip yours to the top because we're about to talk that anyway. But motivation, drive to work, ambition, how would you advise somebody who struggles with these? It's a difficult one. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a difficult one. Because at the end of the day, you've kind of got to treat streaming like a job, in the regards that if you stop the routine of streaming, have it... The most important thing you can have as a streamer is a schedule, and stick to that schedule. In this day and age especially, it's a different time from when you speak to fucking like Ninja and people that have been streaming for fucking 10 years. Do you know what I mean? You speak to those people, they can stream whenever the fuck they want because they already have an audience that will tune into them. They will already have that. They just say, hey, I'm going to be on in 5 minutes. They will have 200, 300, 400 people waiting in the wings, waiting for them to go live. You know, in this day and age, it's very, very different. It's a very, very different dynamic. People, you need a schedule because people will know to tune in at that time on that night, you know? And unfortunately, and I know this because I've done it literally from my own experience, if you get out of the habit of pressing go live on the regular, it's even harder to press go live when you are coming back. It's really hard because you have a whole load of weight on your shoulders about guilt, about feeling like you've let people down, about feeling like you don't deserve to come back to the stream, about feeling like what the fuck are you even going to talk about anyway? If you had to give up before, what are you going to bring now? And even if you press go live and do like half an hour's stream, at least you've done it. There have been hundreds of streams where I have had to press go live, even though I really, really, really did not want to. And I will say that after I've pressed go live, it's fine. 99 times out of 100. I'd say 1 out of every 100 streams, I have a really shit stream. But 99 times out of 100, I have a fucking great time. I have a fucking great time. But it doesn't make a difference because still pressing go live is so fucking hard sometimes. Because I've had a really hard day, because I'm really tired, because I'm feeling fucking ill, because I've had arguments with close friends, because I'm struggling with continuing to make this as a full-time content creator, you know, stuff like that, you know. And it's a cost of living crisis. It's one of those things that happens. But all of these things play in your head when you are doing stuff like this, you know. In regards to motivation, drives to work, ambition, and how would you advise with the struggle of these things, remember that once you've pressed go live, it'll be okay. Because 99% of the time, it will be. but pressing go live is so fucking difficult. So fucking difficult sometimes. Once you've pressed it, it's fucking grand. And the thing that I also tell myself and remind myself is that if it's not a good stream, I can always press stop streaming. If I am having a really fucking hard time and I am really struggling to press go live and what have you, and I still press go live, I can always press stop at any time. And I have done it. There's been a couple of fucking years ago where I pressed start, where I was like, let's go live. Let's fucking just fucking force myself to do it because I really don't fucking feel like it. And then half an hour into stream, I was like, do you know what? I'm fucking done. And just stopped streaming. Came back the following day. Did it exactly again. That time I didn't. That time I had a great stream. Do you know what I mean? But normally the biggest pressure that a streamer has is the pressure to press go live. Once you've done it, it is usually relatively easy to just ride the wave, especially if you've got a good and interactive community, you know? What were the different microphones called again? Doing a quick Google search to try and budget for the future. Condenser versus dynamic. A condenser microphone picks up a lot of the surrounding area. Is very good for picking up stuff if you want it to have it off to a side or what have you. A dynamic microphone you need to have directly in front of your face. You need to have directly in front of your face. Friends, an advert is about to start, so I'm not going to answer any more questions on those things. We'll chat about some other stuff. I'll try and catch up with chat a little bit firstly. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it started. There we go. Not having an immediate reaction is one of the hardest things for me when I'm streaming. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that, especially with the delays and stuff, for sure, you know? How's it going, Kiara? How you doing? Long time no see. How's it going, Unicorn Mom? Hello, you beautiful individual. Oh, Chinese answered something, but there is an advert going on, and they have no subscriptions, so I don't want to do too much. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, friends. I'm not even going to go onto the Be Right Back screen. I'm going to be 2 seconds. I'm just going to go refill me the old H2O while the ad is running. All right. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I'll catch up with chat. If anybody does have any questions they would like to ask about the industry of content creation, if anybody has any questions, then please use your channel points. There's like 100 channel points to ask a question. You can ask me anything about the industry as a whole. Anything from my experiences, my advice on stuff that you're going through, my advice on technology, my advice on content creation as a whole, not just Twitch, but also YouTube, TikTok, whatever. I am more than happy to answer whatever your questions are right at this moment in time. All right, any questions you got, I got answers, or at least I'll have opinions on where you can find answers, you know. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna refill my no, I'm not. That's all right. It's okay. It's not a problem. I'll tell you what I will do while I'm waiting for these adverts to finish running. I'll tell you that, friends, if you are new here, we have a Discord. And our Discord, in the Discord, we do a monthly movie night. So we do a monthly movie night. Every month, we watch a different movie that is recommended by the community, or one that I just grabbed because I really want to watch it. And this month is on Sunday, Sunday the 26th of November. We will be watching The Secret of Nim, which is like a dark fantasy animated movie from the 80s. I've never seen it, but it's one of the few dark fantasy movies that I haven't seen. So I was like, cool, I'm going to watch The Secret of Nim. That'll be great. That'd be wonderful. So if you're up for it, this Sunday, 7 p.m. GMT, we're going to be watching The Secret of Nim. Also, if you are interested in the wild-ass things that we are doing for merchandise, because we have some fucking amazing designs by Abby Stabby. Some of them by Abby Stabby, some of them by me, some of them by Alexander Denport. And a couple of them by Sway UK as well. We have got a brand new merchandise store coming on Monday. The launch of the merch store is on Monday. So, yeah, when we do Monday stream on the 27th, we will be doing that. we'll be doing that. Do you know what I can do as well while I'm here? Oh, do you know? No, it's all right. I'll catch up with chat first. This conversation on the live performer versus streaming adjustment and the difficulty of hitting go live. It reminds me of the dressing room doldrum. That pre-show of staring at the mirror going, I can't get myself pulled together to go on stage, then hauling yourself up to do it anyway. Churning, kind of. I mean, I've never had that. I don't get nervous. I just go do it. But then I also don't sit and stare in the mirror, so I don't know whether that's part of it. I don't know. I just do it. And some of the shows I've done have been really fucking hard. We did one in a barn in the middle of winter, and it was fucking freezing. It was a nightmare of a time, but we still did it. We still did it. Because sometimes you just got to. You just got to force yourself in whatever way you can to do the thing that needs doing. You know? And pressing go live after a while was going to go stream tonight, and then it'd been a while, but I didn't. It feels like too much. Exactly. And this is the thing. Jim plays games. I appreciate that it is just a hobby, but it feels like too much because you've built it up in your head. It isn't too much. It isn't too much to press go live. It's one little button. And if you're not feeling it, you can always press stop streaming. You can always do that. But the intimidation factor, the longer you leave it, the harder it'll be to press go live. You know, having it live in 4 months due to a major period. I've hit live when I was very ill. Yeah. Not sure if you have answered, but did you learn? How did you learn to set up a stream deck? You haven't used your channel points, Unicorn Mom. Sorry. I'm very relaxed about it all. The stream decks I find relatively easy to use. It's kind of like just like a file system. Can I show you mine? The question. Thanks, Unicorn Mom. Yeah, I could show you this. There's nothing on there that's going to be particularly outrageous. Yeah, okay. I'll quickly show you this. So this is my stream deck. I see this very similar to a like a file, like any kind of documentation file or what have you on your PC. If I want to put a source in there, I just go to OBS Studio, drag a source, wait for OBS, and then I've got all my scenes there. So if I did like be right back, my Twitch alerts, all that jazz, like it just thingies. Then if I want to delete it, just delete it, press the delete button. If I don't want somewhere where it is, I can just move it around. Drag and drop. Open up my special effects. Do you know what I mean? Like sound effects is just I find it very intuitive. In the regards that basically you've got all the things that you can add to your stream deck down the side here. Find what it is that you want to add, or you want to toggle, or you want to do anything. Drag it over. I personally find it very intuitive. So I've not needed to train myself on it. Now, I will say that there are some wild things that you can do with a stream deck that I don't do. There are some pretty fucking wild stuff you can do with a stream deck that I don't do, but I don't need to. Do you know what I mean? It's never been a thing that I've needed. Oh, it's certainly not needed to do at the moment, but I know that there are a shitload of shitloads of YouTube tutorials and stuff on how to do that stuff. There's loads of different places that on YouTube and stuff that'll be able to do some of that. If you're really struggling, Unicorn Mom, drop me a message and I'll see if I can help you. I'll see if I can help you. I will say that I think the Stream Deck is one, whether it be the Elgato Stream Deck or whether it be one of the variations of a Stream Deck, there are like I would say the Stream Deck is easily one of the most useful. It's basically just a giant pad of hotkeys, like a remote control for your TV. It's a giant pad of hotkeys, and it's easily one of the most useful bits of equipment that I have ever bought, ever. Do you use the Stream Deck for anything other than streaming? You use yours for like launching programs? I don't. I at one stage was looking into using my Stream Deck for like fixing lights and stuff like that, and I couldn't be fucked to work out how it worked. I do use it for recording stuff and editing as well. Sound effects and stuff like that is I find very, very easy to do. I used to do a lot of like online roleplay stuff, as I mentioned earlier, and I used it in that online roleplay as like hotkeys and stuff. If I needed to remove my hat or take my jacket off or what have you, I had hotkeys available there, ready to go. You know. My phone's picking up my voice. No tea at the moment. I'm good. I'm all right. Bought a microphone yesterday after 2 weeks of listening to reviews and combing the internet, and today Fallon talks microphones. Yeah, why not? What microphone did you get? What microphone did you get? You know. Don Bluth movie. Is that the director? Got no idea. Move nice in your calendar. Always good to see it. Nim, like laptop batteries. Got it. Yeah, got it. All of the things. Guess worrying about what I will be wasting people's time if it ends up being 30-minute stream. It's not wasting people's time at all. You've got to remember that you are not a waste of somebody's time. If you are a streamer, okay, and this is something that you really need to get into your head very early on, all right? Because it's important. It's really fucking important, especially if you want to actually grow on Twitch. On any streaming platform. Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, fucking Kick, whatever, you know? Need to get it into your skull nice and early. You are not responsible for what other people do with their time. And if people aren't enjoying themselves, they have every right to go find something else to do. I get really, really, like, worried about talking shop on my normal streams. That's the reason why we're doing this entire stream. The whole reason why we're doing this entire stream is because I get worried about talking shop on stream, because I know that even though there's a lot of streamers and a lot of content creators in our community, I'm very well aware there's a lot of people that aren't and don't give a flying fuck about the industry of streaming. They don't give a fuck about the industry of content creation at all. They just care about the thing is, and at the end of the day, no one's ever going to force me to watch a stream. I'm never going to sit and watch a stream that I don't want to watch. I don't even, in fact, in this day and age, I don't even watch a stream because I feel obliged to. When I first started streaming, I would come and like turn my computer on first thing in the morning, pull up 3 streaming channels and mute them all so that that person could get that extra view. I don't do that anymore. Because what use is it to, like, it's not even a case of like helping out, because obviously I want to help people out and help them do their bits and pieces, but it's a case of what is, like, you should tune into the stuff that you find entertaining. I would hate it. I would hate it if people tuned into me because they felt obliged to be here, as opposed to because they actually want to be here. You know? People want to be here. Fucking great. Love to see it. If you feel obliged to be here, is there not something better you could do with your time? You know? I'm about hedonism. Go do things that you enjoy. If you enjoy being here, fucking amazing. If you enjoy doing something else, do that as well. Or instead. You know? My thoughts are not reality. The mantra that has helped me in a lot of situations where I had those kinds of thoughts. Fair. I am very lucky, and I genuinely consider myself lucky in the fact that I have never had that problem. Or at least not that I can remember. It's like a cartoon with the big elaborate cake and small cake, and small cake cook goes, oh no, my cake is worse than theirs, and the audience goes, oh my god, 2 cakes. Yeah, basically, yeah. Abby Stabby, are you still here? You still here, my darling, my sweet, my beautiful thingy? 43 minutes ago you asked a question, and I haven't answered it, so I figured I'd check that you are here before I answer your question. Welcome back, One True Gribble. 2 resumes out. Love to see it. Love to see it. Nothing's jumping out yet. Entirely fair. Entirely fair. Did you see they have live clock for the Stream Deck? It was so helpful when so removed it. Oh, when Microsoft removed it from the taskbar on the second screen. Oh, yeah, that's pretty shit. Mine are on all of my screens. I couldn't possibly speculate on anything else. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I like that. Like that. How's it going, Din? It's a Dean. How you doing? How's it going? Just woke up. Didn't expect you to still be going. Yes, still going. Still going. Well, we're talking about the business, and the business is fucking fascinating. You know? I fucking love it. Absolutely love it. No. Okay. Churney Adventures, are you still here? A Stream Deck is the way we should be using computers generally. It's weird that we're still using glorified typewriters to do so many functions of the computer. Yeah. But then, realistically speaking, that's why people are getting like smart screens and stuff and just caressing their stuff. Do you know what I mean? Caressing their shit. Greetings from Iceland. How's it going, Samano? How you doing? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Greetings from England, the United Kingdom. You got a Rode NT USB. Great microphone. I have one of those upstairs. No, I don't. I gave it to a friend of mine. I thought I had one of those upstairs. But yeah, no, I do not. I do not any longer. I do not any longer. Journey Adventures asks, what is your top 3 tips when it comes to brand/content pivoting? Ooh, this one's an interesting one. When you say pivoting, do you mean that you are changing everything about it, or do you mean that you are like wanting to add something brand new in there? Yeah, can you explain the context a little bit better for me, Journey? And I'll be able to assist, because the top 3 tips are different depending on what the situation is. Like if you are doing, in fact, you know what, I'll answer all of the above. If you are doing a complete change of content, then I would strongly recommend you do a complete rebrand at exactly the same time. Rebrand, remake your entire thing. I am going to, like when Dapper Dame did a complete change from doing cozy games into doing more plant education content, and she did an entire fucking rebrand of how she worked a lot of like the appearance of her overall thing. She always had something to do with plants anyway, so it wasn't too much of a big overhaul, but the way that her stream looked was massively different to the way it used to look, and that really helped people with the changeover. Johnny Depp when he was a pirate, very cool. Thank you very much. I mean, this is just the way I normally look, but thank you very much. Am I drinking rum? I'm not, because the rum is always gone. I would top 3 tips. Ooh. Okay, so my top 3 tips. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am from England. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll give you 3 tips for rebranding, and I will give you...
You followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. I'll give you 3 tips for rebranding, and I will give you 3... Okay, now you got to give me context. To answer your question, my focus is on shifting my lens away from playing games as an over-my-shoulder thing to... Here's all the inspirations that go into my love of storytelling. So not a full, I was chopping apples, and now I'm learning about fishing. Okay. then yeah, like just do a variation of the brand that you've got. I think the best thing I can offer is like if I give you 3 tips about rebranding and then give you 3 tips about changing content, that's probably the easiest way to do it. When it comes to rebranding, make sure it's easily identifiable. Make sure it fits in with what you want to represent, and that doesn't necessarily mean what you're playing. That doesn't necessarily mean like the kind of person you are or anything like that. It's what you want to publicly represent. I want to represent hedonism and debauchery, which is the reason why the vast majority of my like rebranding stuff is gold and red, you know. And make sure that it is readable. Because you would be amazed. Like, easily, like accessibility. Think about accessibility when it comes to your rebrand. Think about, are these colors too bright? Are they going to hurt people's eyes? Are they going to be colors that people are going to immediately identify with me? Are they going to, is this text something that everyone can read? Can everyone identify this text and read what it actually says? Or is it just going to blur into, like, if somebody who's got heavy dyslexia reads my fucking name, are they going to really struggle with it? You know? Accessibility. Yes. Think about the fact that using certain types of colors might be completely ridiculous if you have, if you're like taking into consideration people with color blindness. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Don't care about brands, care about a good heart. Well, that's very good of you. That is very, very good of you. What I will say is that we are talking the industry today. So if you have questions and stuff, we're very much talking about the industry. My top 3 tips in regards to changing your content or pivoting on your content. That one's a little bit harder. Primarily, make sure that whatever you are changing to is not going to burn you the fuck out. Don't go from a chill, relaxed, playing the same sort of game over and over and over again to I'm gonna do educational streams about fucking supernovas, you know. 2, understand your niche. If you're changing your content, understand your niche. You should always have a niche because it helps with people trying to identify with what it is that you are creating. Whether that be tabletop roleplay, whether that be space shit, whether that be, in my case, sex stuff, you know? You can branch out on that niche, but always have a niche. Have some description niche. Understand that niche and don't make it too niche. I talk about sex stuff. I talk about sex education. You know? That is a massive fucking repertoire of stuff. If you're going to be talking about, I don't know, insects, don't just talk about a very specific type of very rare insect. Talk about all insects. You know? What was the other one? Understand, if you're changing your entire content, understand you will lose people. Changing your content will absolutely alienate people within your community. Because there will be a lot of people that tune into you for a very specific reason and then are not getting it anymore. And that's okay. That is okay. It is all right. Don't burn yourself out. Understand your niche and understand that you are going to lose people. Other people will come. Other people will come that have got an interest in the same shit that you've got an interest in. But those are like the top 3 things. You know? How's it going, Midgarder? How you doing? If you'd like to ask questions, friends, you can use 100 channel points. 100 channel points will ask an industry question, and it'll add it to my list of questions. And I'll happily go through them all. Happily go through them all. Do you struggle with playing different games each day versus just playing something because you want it and getting hyper focused? Ooh. That is a good question. In regards to... Okay, hold on. Yeah, friends, if you... I'm going to have to... Because there's so many questions and stuff that are coming in. I'm going to have to do it, via the channel points. If you've got 100 channel points, ask an industry question and get it added to the list so I can do them via the list. Just because there are more and more coming in now, and I want to make sure that I'm not missing any when people are spending their channel points. And if you don't have any channel points and you're like wanting to ask a question, you can ask the community. I'm sure somebody would ask it on your behalf because they're very nice people like that. They're very, very nice people like that. But yeah, Bambi, if you want to stick it on an ask an industry question, because that is an interesting one. And yeah, I'll happily answer it. I just want to make sure I can keep everything organized and work out what I've answered, what I haven't answered, you know. Right, I'll move on to the next one. Mr. and Mrs. Crafton asked, is there anything that you would advise content creators not to do? Broader than Twitch itself. Don't spread yourself too thin. Don't spread yourself too thin. When you get into... Thank you very much, Captain Bambi's Revenge. When you get into content creation, especially when you are getting really into it, because most people start as like a kind of hobby, and then they get really passionate about it and like, oh my god, this is really fucking cool, I'm really enjoying it, and then they want to be on every single platform there has ever existed. By all means, go onto every platform and claim your username. I am on Val and Vane on every single platform apart from YouTube, but that's for a different reason. I am Val and Vane on every single platform because I went to every single platform and claimed my username to make sure that other people could not claim it. However, I have done it. I have done the mistake of trying to spread myself too thin. I tried to post daily TikTok content and post 3 to 6 Instagram posts on my account and my event account, and stream and create YouTube videos and create fucking Facebook stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have tried it. I have tried it and it has fucked me up. It burnt me out so fucking quickly because you just can't keep up. It's not worth it. And what eventually happens is that you end up just making shit content because you are so conscious about the time scales that you have to create things that you end up just making shit content. Pick a platform, and I have my own personal views on which platforms should be prioritized and what have you. And amusingly, they aren't the platforms that I personally prioritize, but that's a different point entirely. Pick a platform, prioritize that platform. When that platform is doing well...
Followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I don't like to call people out, but you're very, very welcome here, you glorious bean. Pick a platform, concentrate on that platform. When that platform is stable, think about another platform. Don't do another platform. Think about another platform. Think about how is that platform going to interact with what you're currently doing? How is that platform going to be a great benefit to what you're currently doing? It's about picking one thing and slowly spreading out. It's not about, okay, I'm going to be on fucking everything at all times, all right? Because you'll just end up creating shit content. That's basically the way it comes down to, you know? So yeah, so my answer to that question is don't spread yourself too thin. Work out what your priorities are. Pick one platform. Then my main platform is Twitch. My second platform is currently TikTok. after that, it's looking at YouTube. But I'm trying my best to not spread myself too thin because I've already done that shit, you know? Nikki Darla, are you still here, you beautiful bean? Are you still here? Managed to get affiliate pretty quickly by posting whenever I was streaming on every Discord community that I had a self-promo channel. Yep. Oh, yeah. As long as you're an active member in communities, I would argue that if you are in a variety of different communities, you are an active member. Like I said, I did it for 3 months. All right. I was a member of about 15 different Twitch communities that I was regularly in. And I always said hi. I always greeted people in the chat. I always got to talking to people. I always added to the conversation, always like just got involved and became friends with these people. And then when I finally decided to go live, when I finally decided that I wanted to be a streamer myself, I went in. I did never self-promote on their channels, never ever self-promo in somebody else's channel. But if their Discord has a self-promo section, then just put it up there being like, hey, finally decided to start pressing go live myself. And 9 times out of 10, people will be like, oh shit, I didn't realize you were a fucking streamer. Oh shit, yeah, no, I'll definitely come in and check you out. And then once you finished your stream, your first ever stream or your second stream or whatever, raid into the communities that you are a part of to let them know that you are a streamer, and also spread the love back to the communities that built you up in the first place. You know? Shit like that. Shit like that. Nikki Darla, come here, cheeky devil. Come here, you. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky devil, you? You cheeky devil. Soups, how you doing? How's it going? Thanks for all for waiting for me. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You know? Continuous famous question. How's it going, Pixie Bomb? Hello, you beautiful bean. All right, let me catch up with chat a wee bit, and then I'll answer another question. When you get a moment, you should recheck the link I sent you. That's for Dean. That's cool. It'd be so fun to do educational content, but the logistics of it seem hard. It depends, Autofailure. It depends on the educational content. Depends how much you know about it. I know a cosmic fuckton on the subject of sex, and therefore we have like a points redemption where people can ask me a schmex question. You can ask me a sex education question and I'll be able to answer based on the knowledge I already have. It's a lot harder to do stuff like seminars. I did a seminar thing. You could do like, I would say that if you were going to do a dedicated like seminar to something, start at like 1 a month. Do 1 seminar a month on your chosen subject, where you come in, you do a stream, and you just talk about that subject, about a specific part of that subject, you know? Or you investigate something together. You're going to do some research together. Look at all these things I found. Oh my god, look at this stuff. Let's discover things together. You kind of get like 3, when it comes to educational content, as I understand it, you get 3 different types. You get passive educational content, which is people asking about stuff that I already know, or the streamer already knows, and therefore the streamer can use the information they already have in their brain in order to answer that. You get research educational content where people actively research together, where they're doing a deep dive together about stuff. Oh my god, look at this stuff that I found. Oh, look at that stuff. Oh, this person's put this in the Discord. Oh, look at this stuff. Kind of like the way that we did our Mythical Mondays. And then you get dedicated educational content, which is, okay, we are going to talk about this subject today. This is dedicated educational content, you know what I mean? It's a Q&A, so it's slightly different, but it's like dedicated educational content in the regards that this is a specific stream dedicated to me answering questions about the industry, you know? You know? Okay, next question. Aristolome. Do you prefer using Steam for games, or do you prefer to attach your preferred console to your PC to play? I ask because I'm mostly an Xbox player and do not know if I need a gaming PC to stream. You do not need a gaming PC to stream by any stretch of the imagination. You can do it by attaching consoles. I have never done it. I've never attached a console. But that's because I only game on Steam. Personally, I only game on Steam, so I've never needed to attach a console. But I know that it is completely and utterly possible to attach a console. I don't know how old an Xbox it is. It might take some very interesting jury rigging of cables and stuff in order to get it on there, and but it is entirely possible. Watch a streamer who plays on the Switch. Yeah, watch streamers on the Switch, the PlayStation, all kind of Chunk. Classic Chunk is probably a good person to ask because he plays on his PlayStation via stream as well. In fact, I seem to remember you can stream direct via PlayStation if you want to. Not that I'd advise it because it doesn't give a very personalized streaming experience, you know. All about the accessibility. Yes, exactly. Waylon Van. Exactly, that one, right? The fact that I constantly curse the kerning on this font when 50% of people see cherry. Oh, Cherny? Yeah. I can understand it. Especially as to me, your name is like a blue color, and I always have my stuff on dark mode, so it isn't the easiest to read, but I just know your name now. Do you know what I mean? Supernovas are a blast. They are indeed a blast. Slicing the niche, do you think? Oh, yeah, it's horrible. But what I will say about slicing the niche too thin is it is easier to grow out of a niche than it is to... Oh, that's a dangerous one, Val. Depends what your niche is. If your niche is educational and or hobby based, I feel like it's easier to branch out of that niche. So if you did, for example, miniature painting, like Warhammer miniature painting, for example, you can easily branch out into other Warhammer themed stuff or other miniature painting stuff, or even just painting in general if it's like still Warhammer themed, for example. And I feel like people would still tune into that shit. Your community is there for Warhammer themed craft stuff. You would probably be all right. When it comes to a game, if you niche yourself too much, like you only play fucking Crash Bandicoot or whatever, then as soon as you stop playing Crash Bandicoot, people will be like, well, I'm not interested in this because I'm here for the Crash Bandicoot content. Gaming's slightly different. How's it going, Music Demonic? Welcome on in. How you doing? I rebranded, but I'm taking away something from this already that I needed to change my text color on stream to white. It's currently red. Probably wise. And I'm not saying that you should never use red. I use red in all of my stuff. Do you know what I mean? But I am saying that, like, people will thank you. People that have no accessibility needs will not notice anything. People that do have accessibility needs will thank you for taking them into consideration. You know? That's just one of those things. 0 out of 10, yes, not being afraid of the exchange of viewers when the content shifts. Oh yeah, 100%. Was wonderfully thoughtful and concise response. Thank you so much. You're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Let me answer another one. Okay. In asking an industry question, Painted Lady says, what is your favorite thing about streaming and your least favorite thing about streaming? Fucking hell. Poor. My favorite thing about streaming is it's a mix of things. I have two favorite things about streaming, all right? And I definitely have one least favorite thing about streaming. My two favorite things about streaming are the classic nauseating answer that I'm sure that every fucking streamer will give, but it is true, which is the community. I was not prepared when I first started my streaming journey for how much I would give a fuck about strangers on the internet. I genuinely didn't. I was not ready. Not ready at all. I was also not ready for how those strangers on the internet were going to make me feel. How fucking wholesome and warm and worthwhile and valid and appreciated and special that strangers on the internet were going to make me feel. Was not ready for that. It's nauseating. It's very cliche, but it is very true. A community will 110%. You start streaming, your community will make you. It will make you. 100%. How's it going, Alpaca Lunch? How you doing? I realized you said hi a little while ago, but I got caught up in other stuff. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're doing well. My second favorite thing, and I say this on exactly the same level as the nauseating ridiculousness that is feeling special about my community, is the creativity. There is an almost endless amount of things that you can do with content creation. There is always stuff. Sometimes too much stuff. Sometimes you can't fucking narrow it down and you get really perplexed. I have definitely found myself where I'm like, oh my fucking god, what am I even going to talk about now? But there is always stuff that you can get real fucking creative with. And I fucking love that shit. Absolutely fucking love that shit. You know? So yeah, those are my two favorite things. The way that the community makes me feel and the creativity. My least favorite thing, as again, solid BPM, find YouTube community not supportive. Twitch is very like the reason why Twitch works is because of the communities that you can build here. YouTube, I have had very different experiences with. Very, very different experiences. Not saying that it isn't possible, just saying it's a lot more difficult because people go to YouTube to watch videos. It's not very often. Like, the reason why people come to Twitch is to watch a live stream and be part of a community. The reason why people go to YouTube is to watch videos. Watching a live stream and being part of a community is a secondary part to that. You know? That's kind of like the interaction there, you know? My least favorite thing about content creation as a whole, as an industry, as a job, as a profession, as a career, is how fucking unstable it is. There is no stability. There is no stability in content creation. The most I have ever earned on Twitch is approximately $3,000. I can't tell you the exact amount because Twitch won't let me, but approximately $3,000 in 1 month, which is fucking mind-blowing, all right? But when it's followed up...
You subscribed. Most kind.
I arrive. Trademark.
You asked the god. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. When it's followed up with a month or 2 months or 3 months of earning like $200, you can't spend any of that $3,000 because that $3,000 then is going to cover your next 4 or 5 months worth of outgoings because of whatever reason. Do you know what I mean? The most I've ever earned on Twitch since going full-time, okay? Since going full-time, the most I've ever earned on Twitch is approximately $3,000 in 1 month, which is a lot of money. The least I have ever earned was like $140, $150, around there, less than $200. There is no... And they were not far apart from each other. In regards to months-wise, they were within 6 months of each other. Okay? There is no stability in content creation. At all. So, yeah, the least favorite thing is... like, I have always said, if you're going to go full-time content creation, make sure you can pay, for the very least, make sure you can pay for 3 to 6 months worth of all of your expenses before you like quit your job and go full-time. All of them. Because there is no stability. You can be doing fucking amazingly 1 month and doing fucking terribly the next. You know? And vice versa. You could be doing terribly 1 month going, how the fuck am I even going to live? And then do amazingly the next. Aztecon, I should now inscribe your name upon the mirror vein. by having your name on the mirror evading means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know? Okay, so I think that's answered that in regards to favorite things and least favorite things. I'm gonna try and catch up a wee bit on chat as well because I'm way far behind. Doing good, all good. Just made affiliate. Congratulations, Music Demonic. Evolving your niche into things that are already connected to your niche you're in, but off to the side, and what you're currently doing, yeah, people will leave you very, very quickly. Very, very quickly, you know. ADHD and autistic lass who plays games. Congratulations. And likes to sing. Fantastic. Fantastic. Glad to hear it, you know. After I thought a million years that strangers on the internet made me want to travel the other end of the country more than one occasion just to party with them, right? It's true, though. It's true. This community come to my events, do you know what I mean? Which is mind-boggling to me. Same as a viewer, I got convinced to watch Twitch by a friend doing something funny in a game. I'm not exaggerating when I say stumbling into this community and the adjacent communities have literally changed my life for the better. Agreed. Agreed. I completely concur with it. Completely fucking concur with that. Captain Bambi's Revenge, you know. Midgarder, are you still here, you beautiful bean? So, something to do, you full-time disabled? Yeah. I think it's a great thing to do. Great way to get out and connect to different people and stuff like that, you know. You are fantastic. You asked, how do lurkers like me affect the stream? Would you prefer us to be more active, or is it a non-issue? Oh, that's... Lurkers are amazing. Okay, let me start with saying that lurkers are amazing. Lurkers are absolutely fucking fantastic. They are literally the backbone of all live streams. Not just on Twitch, on all platforms. They are the backbone of all live streams, because you are, just by being here, you are contributing in the fact that you are adding a number. And when it comes to like sponsorships, when it comes to agency work, when it comes to that stuff, the numbers matter. So just you spending your time here really fucking helps. And I'm talking about, like, I'm talking very much in regards to the industry side of things. I love the fact that lurkers are here just because they want to spend their time here. Just the fact that I can have their attention means the fucking world to me. But in regards to the industry, the numbers help. By lurking a stream, the numbers help. In regards to me preferring people to be more active, not really. Like, I want people to be comfortable in themselves. I want people to come into the stream and not feel like they're going to get called out. They're not going to feel like they're having to do something that makes them feel uncomfortable. I have been called out as a lurker before, and it made me feel really uncomfortable. I was like, okay, now I feel like I have to talk, and I don't want to do that. Ninja did a masterclass a while ago, and he recommended that when people come into your chat, immediately say hello to them, even if they're just lurking. That might have worked when he first started streaming. That does not work now. The last thing that lurkers want is to be fucking called out in chat, because that means they're like, oh shit, I now have to drop everything that I'm doing and answer you, even though I didn't want to. I just wanted to kind of lurk while you were playing this game. I'm all for people lurking. I really enjoy the conversations that we have. I really enjoy the interactions that people have when they are not lurking. I will openly say, if we're being completely honest about this, no worries, Solid BPM, you lurk away, you beautiful bean. I will openly say that it is sometimes hard as a streamer to have a quiet chat, because especially if you're doing just chatting streams. When you're playing games, it's not so bad because you can just concentrate on the game fully, and if people ask questions, then you can interact with them, etc. But when you're doing a just chatting stream and the chat goes quiet, I went through an entire period where I felt really, really bad because I was catching up with chat all the time, and I thought that was a bad thing. And then I realized it's not a bad thing. It's just that more people are lurking than wanting to interact today. Maybe it's because they have got other things going on. Maybe it's because they're having a bad mental health day. Maybe it's because they're fucking sleepy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's because the conversation is not one that they want to be involved in. But what is important is understanding that lurkers are super fucking important. Lurkers mean the fucking world to me. I'm really glad that I can provide a space where people want to hang out, even if it's just to lurk. Not just getting involved with fucking everything, you know. They can just lurk. They can just chill out. And they feel welcome doing that. I am a colossal lurker. I go into people's chats all the fucking time and I don't say a fucking thing. Don't say a fucking thing. People, go check out Misuki. Misuki is currently holding the Q&A sign, as you can see. Misuki is a wonderful being who you should all love on. All of the love. All of the love for Misuki. We love Misuki. Misuki's a glorious being. How you doing, Misuki? How you doing? So, yeah. So, lurkers are the fucking backbone. Lurkers are really fucking important. Lurkers are... I feel honored to have people choose to spend their time here. There are plenty of streamers that don't feel that way, and you know what? They can all chew a foreskin. I genuinely don't give a fuck about their opinion. People who harsh on lurkers don't... Do you know, this is what it comes down to, all right? Fucking, this is it. This is what it comes down to. If you are welcoming to lurkers, you are there because you want to provide a good experience for your viewers. If you hate the fact that people lurk and don't interact with your chat, then you are doing it for selfish fucking reasons because you want their attention and you want their dedicated attention. That is my view. People should be allowed to lurk as they fucking see fit. Is it hard sometimes as a streamer when the chat dries up, and you want to... Like, you want to keep going, but there's no one really talking or anything like that? Yeah, it's fucking hard. But guess what? It's your job. Do you know what I mean? It's your job. Start playing a game. Start a new topic of conversation. Start telling people a story about something that happened in your life that was really fucking entertaining. Because you fill the fucking void and you start a new conversation that people can get involved with that might have just been lurking because they weren't interested in that the topic of conversation you were talking about. You know, when I first started streaming, and I've had to remember this, all right, when I first started streaming 5 and a bit years ago, I had no viewers and I had to talk to, because I started as a just chatting streamer. I did not start playing games. I started as a just chatting streamer, so I talked to myself for hours. And then when somebody came in, I would talk to them and have a conversation with them. And then more people started coming in, then we'd have a conversation together. And I would still end up talking to myself for hours, or talking about one massive big fuck off thing. Do you know what I mean? Old school stories about my fucking ridiculous life that I have been up to, some fun thing that I did in D&D, whatever the fucking case may be. You know, learn to talk to yourself. That's something you should do as a streamer. You only started streaming because Lucas Bond taught me into trying it, and here I am 2 years later. Exactly, right? Exactly. Fucking wild times. But yeah, so that's my view on lurkers. That's my view on lurkers. Making lurkers feel comfortable rather than like they can't show up because there's too much pressure. Yeah. Because that's the other thing you've got to remember. Like if you believe in this ridiculous notion that numbers mean everything, which they do to the industry, they don't to value. Like your my personal value is not dictated by how many viewers I have in this chat. You know what I mean? But in regards to like an industry, like somebody who wants to sponsor me is going to look at how many viewers I concurrently get. They're not going to look at individual streams. They're going to look at how many viewers in the past 3 months are you averaging out at. They don't give a shit about individual streams. So you shouldn't either, you know? But lurkers make all that shit up. If you alienate your lurkers, then they aren't going to come back. They aren't going to come back. You know? Hulk Hogan ready to let them like exactly, right? Live when you don't get called out on streams because I struggle with chatting in new streams. Takes me a while to speak, but I do get comfortable. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Like select channels. Then if I like the content, I'll follow and maybe chat when you get called out. As soon as you're in it is big nope. A lot of people just leave. The vast majority of people I know just leave. It's like, yeah, cool, I'm out. See you later. See you later. As a crafter, I have to agree. Quiet chat is the worst because you need to fill the silence with something different when gaming, as the game itself provides the entertainment for lurkers. Yeah, very much so. And the other thing that I would say while we're talking about gaming and gaming dynamics and stuff like that, talk your way through the game. If you are brand new to streaming and you are playing a game and you've got no fucking idea, do not sit there and just let the game play. Talk your way through. Ooh, I think if I try doing this, oh, well, that didn't work the way I wanted it to work. If I go around this corner, how about, oh my God, I was not expecting that. What about, no, I've got to backtrack. I've got to backtrack and do this stuff. 100% describe what you're doing and the decisions that you make when you're playing. 100%. That. If people just wanted to see the gameplay, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos out there that is just the gameplay. All right. If people want to see that, people want to identify with you and the way that your fucking brain works. All right. One streamer once told me never stop talking. I think that's great advice. I agree. I stopped talking for cutscenes. And also when I'm hyper focused because I completely forget that I'm doing something. But I tend to stop talking for cutscenes, and that's it. Just for the immersion value more than anything else. Do you know what I mean? Right, I'm gonna crack on. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, we've got 5 minutes. I'll do another one. 5 minutes before the next ad, friends. Next advert starts in about 5 minutes. It'll last for exactly 3 minutes time, and I'm gonna go for a piss in that time, so you're not gonna miss anything. Don't worry about it. All right? Don't worry about it. That's cool. It's just it. And Valand is always in your chat. Always watching. Always watching, chat. Always watching. Exactly. Thanks for the honest and direct answer. I lurk a bit because I'm a little older and really talk to add something meaningful and fuck them. Yeah. Oh, 100%. How's it going, Asticon? How you doing, you beautiful being? Sometimes it's just nice to have a live stream on to hear the voices for company. Yes, agreed. Entirely fair. Exactly that. Totally agree. When streaming, you have to be 100% ready to have zero chatters. No, don't even. If I can give you, friends, one piece of advice. If you are streaming, turn off your viewer numbers. Turn them off. Do not look at them. It doesn't matter. It does not matter whether there is 0 people in there or whether there is 4,000 people in there. It doesn't fucking matter. Turn off your viewer numbers. Pay attention to the people that are there and not the people you wish you were there. If somebody, you could have 4,000 lurkers and 1 chatter and you'll be like, oh, I've only got 1 chatter. But that chatter will feel fucking amazing because that chatter is getting the attention and having the conversation with you. You know? Turn off your viewer numbers. Viewer numbers do not fucking help you. Unless it's your job, then you may need to know the stats. Oh, even then, Misuki, I'd turn off my viewer numbers. Viewer numbers, the only stats that I need as a person are my 3 monthly averages. Because those are the only ones that I need when I'm applying to other people, when I'm applying to sponsorships and stuff like that. When I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm going to apply to this sponsorship. I'm going to go look out and do this stuff and bits and pieces. By the way, these are my past 90 days of averages. You know? The rest doesn't really fucking matter. Honestly. Beginning on 0 viewer days are hard on the confidence though. Turn off your viewer numbers. If you turn them off, then it doesn't matter. Because you're not going to see them. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, Jesus. And it took me a really long time to learn this. Because I am egotistical enough to think, hey, I'm going to start streaming. And then within 6 months, I'm going to hit partner. Took me 4 years, friends. Took me 4 and a bit years. And I fully believed that I was going to hit partner in 6 months. Arrogant as fuck, I was. Didn't work like that by any stretch of the mind. No worries. No worries, Painted Lady. You take it easy. You take it easy, beautiful being. Have a wonderful evening. Friends, I am going to get up. I am going to have a stretch. I'm going to go visit the urination station. And then I'm going to refill my water and I'm going to answer these last questions, all right? I'm going to answer these last little questions, okay? So, friends, get up, have a stretch, stretch your eyes, look at something in the distance, then look back again. Grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold, or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. Don't forget to take your meds, you cheeky devils. If you haven't taken them already, take them now. And if you're wearing a binder, have a couple of deep breaths. Stretch those lungs out, stretch those rib cages out, and never wear your binder longer than 6 hours. That is what is medically recommended, you cheeky little devils, you. I'll be back in exactly 3 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a moment. See you in a moment. See you. I realize the advert is still running, so I'm not gonna crack straight on. I'll just catch up with chat a little bit. Like games and crafting so much for more forgiving. If you have no viewers, you still spend hours on the hobby. Yeah, definitely, Early Witness. Definitely. Remember having no viewers at one time, just talked and talked so long by myself that when somebody showed up, I jumped a bit. That's amazing. That is amazing, Kiara Strings. So basically, when you don't have chatters, you are making a talking video of things that you want to say or hear. You'll learn making videos that way. Yeah, 100%. 100%, yeah. For sure. For sure. I made Let's Play videos on YouTube years before streaming, so if I don't get much chat interaction, I just think of it like a YouTube Let's Play, and then I post them to YouTube afterwards to stream anyway. Yeah, 100% on board it. That's a great way of doing it. Absolutely great way of doing it, for sure. Captain Bambi's friend, are you still here? You still here, you beautiful bean? You see you in a monologue, get out there and out of monologue. Exactly, right? Exactly. Feeling crafting streams, you can stop talking and work quietly for brief periods. Oh yeah, you definitely can. I have known many people do crafting streams that have got no interaction at all. Where people tune in specifically to find out what that person is crafting on and engage with that craft. Or learn how they're doing stuff and what have you. You know? Wild Squeak, you take it easy, beautiful bean. Mr. and Mrs. Crafting, entirely fair. All of you glorious beans. I realize that it is relatively late for a lot of people. You know, I show up to watch Alien Isolation to watch. I show up to Alien Isolation to watch Valorant Bane piss himself at the sounds, not necessarily for the gameplay. Yeah, and to be fair, that is the dream. All right, the dream, One True Cripple, is 100% that people turn up for the streamer and not the game. They turn up for the streamer and not the craft. Turn up for the streamer and not the topic of conversation. That is the dream. Because then you're invested in me, and whatever I end up doing will be hopefully something that's likely going to appeal to you. And I'm very, very, very lucky in the regards that this community is very heavy on the investing in me and the way that I am and stuff and what have you, you know? You know what I mean? Ignore the stream elements, emails telling you stats. I have an entire... In fact, you know what? I can literally tell you here. I have a folder in my email box that is full of my Twitch summaries and my stream elements stats, and it has got 108 unread emails on it because I don't even look at them. I just tick them and file them away straight away. Fuck that noise, you know. Okay, Captain Bambi's in there for a moment. Calandra, are you still here? What have we got? Captain Bambi's Revenge, Calandra. You are still here. Cool. I'll do yours then, Calandra, while Bambi's away doing something. How would you advertise your stream as... Unless you're... How would you advertise your stream as unless you're an affiliate, then hardly anyone will find you on the platform? Where did you first advertise? Did you rely on people finding you on word of mouth? So I mentioned briefly before... Oh, Bambi, I'll answer yours in a second. As I mentioned briefly before, I personally integrated my... Like, I spent 3 months on Twitch. 3 whole months, 12 and a bit weeks on Twitch, integrating myself with other people's communities. Not with the intention of streaming. I intended to find out what the fuck Twitch was all about. All right? I fully expected to go in being like, do you know what? This isn't for me. I'll see you later. That was my entire intention. And what ended up happening was I had so much fucking fun in those communities that I ended up streaming. I ended up being like, cool, I'm going to do it. And then I went to Discords, the Discords of those communities that I was already an avid member of, and put in their self-promo sections. Hey, I'm intending to stream. I would really appreciate it if people came and had a conversation with me, or just filled some of the void for a bit. That would be really appreciated. And a few people turned up. Some of them just left. Some of them came and chilled out and had a chat with us and what have you. But the best place for starting streamers, the best place is to, in the communities, in the self-promo sections of the communities you are already a part of. Why? Because those communities are already invested in your journey. They're already invested in your journey. There's no point in making fucking TikToks or Instagram reels saying, hey, I'm going live now. There's no point. Unless you have if you've got a massive fucking community, or if you've got fucking 10,000 followers on TikTok or 10,000 followers on Instagram, then yeah, fucking do it. Like, hey, I'm going live on Twitch right now. Oh, come over here. You see me doing the thing, you know? Entirely fair. But if you're like brand new to content creation, why would strangers tune into your stream? Why would they do that? They might tune into your stream if they see that there's already fucking people there. And the people that are going to be there are the people that are invested in you as a person. AKA people you're all already in communities with. We have a self-promo section in our Discord. Stick stuff in there. And also, the other major thing that you can do is raids. Now, raiding over to somebody can be intimidating as fuck, especially if they're much bigger than you. And also, it is very, 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 very unlikely to get you any real followers, especially when you get to this level. You know what I mean? People will give me a shout out in a stream, and I'll get, on a very good day, maybe 2 follows out of it. Nothing against those streamers. They're beautiful and wonderful individuals, and I love them very dearly, and I appreciate the fact that they shout me out. But it's just not something. People aren't gonna leave a stream to go and like follow somebody else unless the streamer says something fucking amazing about them. That is the reason why when somebody raids in here, I'm like, this is that person. Or if I don't know that person, I'm like, tell me 3 things about that stream so that we can we can tempt people over there. Because I want, if somebody is being kind enough to share their community with me, I want my community to be, I want them to have their interest piqued. To be like, do you know what? I'm going to go over and I'm going to click that cheeky default button. I might hate their content, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a go, you know? But when you first start streaming, raiding into streams is a great way to let people know that you are a streamer. The amount of times when I first started streaming where, how's it going, Clive? How you doing? The amount of times when I first started streaming that I'd raid into somebody's stream and they'd be like, oh my God, Valen, I didn't know you streamed. And that immediately makes people go, oh shit, that person's a streamer. What was it you were streaming? Oh, you were chatting about your cabaret life. About the fact you've been on tour recently. Oh, cool. That sounds fucking amazing. That sounds really, really cool. People, go check out Valen Vane, you know? So yeah, the self-promo sections in Discords, and make sure at the end of a stream you raid over. Is this a British stream? Yes, but we accept people from all over the world. We are very, very multicultural here, and we love it. We love it. And very enriches the community as a whole, you know? Captain Bambi's Revenge asks, do you struggle with playing different games each day versus playing something because you just want to and get hyper-focused? So for those people that might be new here, because I know that we've had quite a few new people in, I play a specific game on a Tuesday and a different game on a Wednesday, because I know that some people can only tune in one day a week, and therefore I want to make sure that that person can keep up to date with what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, there's the VODs available, but I want them to be able to keep up to date with it. sometimes I find it difficult if I'm super passionate about a game to play different games on different days. And I know the vast majority of streamers don't do it like I do it. They will just play a game every day because they're enjoying it, and their view is if people want to check it out, then they can check out the VOD, which is an entirely valid view. For me, I quite like the fact that I do it. Like, there are definitely days where I'd much rather play something else, play something different, especially when I did like all of the Red Dead Redemption roleplay stuff, because I fucking love role-playing. So I really enjoyed doing that, and I couldn't do it all the fucking time. Because as much as it's fucking great to play, it's not always great to watch. And yeah, I quite like doing different games on different days because it means that I always have a variety of things going on. I never get too bored of a game. Like, my real problem when I was playing games before I was a streamer, one of my major problems was the fact that I would play a game for so long and then get bored of the game. I'd get oversaturated with that game and then stop playing it for a week and then never pick it up again. Whereas these days, like, I play a game on a Tuesday and I play a different game on a Wednesday, and that way I've always got enough variety going on that my brain is happy that I'm not oversaturating myself and I don't get bored of stuff, you know? I mean, fucking hell, we have completed, let me have a quick look at my Steam. Before I started streaming, I think I completed maybe 5 games. Maybe. Probably less. Now I'm sat at 105 completed games. Do you know what I mean? And I think about 90 of those have been on stream. How's it going, BC Buds? How you doing? Are you from Newcastle? I am not from Newcastle, no. I'm from Yorkshire. If you look at a map of England, I'm like the armpit of England. The bit that looks like an armpit, that's me. That's me. So yeah, so there are definitely days where I'd much rather play something else, for sure, but I don't mind. I'm perfectly fine to like, I quite like the fact that I've got enough variety to keep my brain happy, and it also means that if people are interested in, like, can only tune in on one day a week, then they're going to get consistent content of that one thing, you know? You know? Talking to yourself in your head is fine, but talking out loud, you can get committed. I mean, especially if you're walking down the street. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Although saying that, I do that around the house. I'm walking around the house. I'm like, oh, do you know, I really need to sort these boxes out. I need to do these things. And if I do this stuff, then all that event stuff will be prepped. And, you know, I definitely do it all the time. Always watch for the streamer. The game is second. Fish pancakes. Me too. Me too. However, saying that, there are certain games that I really enjoy certain streamers playing. Peach Pixelate, who raided in here much earlier on in the stream, he's been playing Project Zomboid, and I fucking love watching him play Project Zomboid. I am not, like, I don't think I would ever enjoy playing Project Zomboid myself. It's not the kind of game that I would personally enjoy playing, but I fucking love watching him play it. I really do. Something about it, just, it's very peaceful, very relaxing. Just put it on in the background and I'm just like, this is great. And then he shits himself and I laugh, you know? It's a good one. It's a good one. I'm only here because I enjoy you and the community. The games and the conversation are just bonus. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Love to see it. I appreciate that, you know? Misuki always spoke highly of you. When I was looking for a stream to watch, yours came up as a recommended stream. I thought I would tune in the Invisible Fashion Show and had to follow from then on. Fucking hell, that Invisible Fashion Show, right? That was something else. That was something else. Do you know what I mean? Is the armpit of England nice? It can be. It's kind of like anywhere. Like, the more you live somewhere, you get jaded to it. But I like it. I like it. I still live here, you know. Tell you, one of my favorite things is the surprise raid. You raid people you've connected with elsewhere, and they have no idea you're a streamer. Then you suddenly raid them. Yeah. I love that. I do love that. For sure. For sure. That explains why you love Yorkshire tea so much. You know it. Fucking great. Red and the Wolf Designs, are you still here? Mr. and Mrs. Crafting have disappeared, so I will refund their question. Ooh. However, they've asked a very good question there, so I'm not going to refund that one. I'll refund it, but I will answer it. They asked a question saying, would you suggest that new streamers team up? No. Yes, but not permanently. I think that when you first start streaming, collaborating is a great idea to intermingle communities. I think it's a fucking fantastic idea to intermingle communities. So that, like, when I first started streaming, I say first, when I was relatively well into streaming, I decided to start collaborating. I collaborated with some people that I should, well, not that I shouldn't have collaborated with, but I did some, like, Twitch shows, and that invited some really fucking cool people, but also some really fucking toxic people to my community. And we had to, I went through an entire fucking culling of the community for a while because my community became so fucking toxic. And that was really fucking hard. I thought it was going to be a great idea at the time, and then I realized they just wasn't. It wasn't. I met some really good friends in that time, and I've had a fucking wonderful time. I've got to know some really fucking cool people and what have you. But yeah, it was a very... It was not a good choice for me to do that. I think that collaborations with very choice collaborations are wise. If you have got somebody that you are similar enough to but slightly different from, like me and Dapper Dame, for example. Me and Dapper Dame are very, very different people. We make very, very different kinds of content, but we have the same sort of style of sense of humor in many, many ways. And like the same almost vibe, chaotically wholesomeness. We're not exactly the same style. We're like a slightly overlapping style of streamer, you know? Which meant that when we first started collaborating together, there was a whole group of my people who were like, oh my fucking god, who's this Dapper Dame person? They're fucking amazing. And a whole load of Dapper Dame people that were like, who the fuck is this filth wizard? I'm gonna go and check him out for a bit. You know? And some of you have stayed, and some of you have gone back over to DD, and that's perfectly fine. Some of you have come back over to me from DD, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? But it's that way of exposing people to different communities and stuff, different styles of streamer. And there will be streamers out there that are better suited to certain members of the community, and there will be streamers out there where I'm better suited, or there will be viewers out there where I'm better suited to them than their community that they are currently part of, and that's okay. That's all right. Constantly evolving, constantly moving, constantly changing, you know. So yeah, so that answers that question. Red Wolf Designs asks, how do you set up yourself apart from other people in the same niche? Like, I'm doing mostly knitting and crocheting on stream and social media, so how do I stand out and create unique content? Ooh, good question. Thinking outside the box. Thinking outside the box really, really helps. When I first started streaming, I was already quite unique because although I as a just chatting streamer, I was contending with some very interesting streams at the time. Nothing wrong with them, just not something that I personally liked. And as a result, the way that I did it was just by being myself, talking cabaret, doing all that stuff, you know. And not many people, there weren't many cabaret performers on Twitch at the time. In fact, I know of at least 5 different streamers who started streaming because I started streaming and talking about cabaret, you know. And they were part of the cabaret scene, and they were like, oh my god, this is going to be great. Valent's doing it, so let's do it. So in regards to like doing content thingy, like outside the box, thinking outside the box, when I play games and stuff, I haven't done it for a long time, but I've started doing it again. Like I'm doing Baldur's Gate, for example. Baldur's Gate 3, there are always hundreds of streamers playing Baldur's Gate 3. Always. What am I doing that's different? I am dressing up as the Filth Wizard and playing a filth wizard in the game, determined for hedonism. I have picked a style of character which sets me apart from your standard adventurer. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. It's a little bit flirty. It's a little bit out there. And that's what sets me aside from your casual things. Because people will tune in. People who have seen Baldur's Gate play through a million times. People who have completed the game 40 times themselves will tune in to find out how fucking weird I'm going to make it. You know? You can go for gimmicky things, like you were saying about like crocheting and knitting and stuff. You could go for gimmicky things like knitting with things that people don't expect you to knit with, like wooden spoons or fucking I don't even know. Pencils or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You could pick other things and be like, cool, we're gonna do a community challenge where I'm going to pick, or the community are going to vote on me trying to knit with things that are not knitting needles. That kind of thing. Or you could set yourself challenges in regards to knitting things that are a bit outrageous. I'm going to knit a life-size elephant. Do you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that people would tune in for because they want to see somebody do something that's quite outrageous. You know? Or knitting with things that are not wool. Today we are going to knit this string. Today we're going to knit these long balloons that have been tied together. I'm just spitballing. But the idea is, like, if you can think outside the box, that separates you. That separates you out from, for lack of a better word, the competition, but it's not really competition. From your colleagues that are doing the same thing, you know? Cherney, are you still here, you beautiful bean? And Nixoy. They're the other ones. Nixoy and Cherney. I expose myself, but it gets me in trouble. My lordy. My lordy. Nixoy still here? Cool. Wait a minute. Okay, people, if you would like to ask questions, it's like 100 channel points. Just the only reason that is it's cheap as shit, but I just want to make sure I can keep on top of them all because they come through relatively quickly, and I don't want to get lost in questions that are in the chat. So if you want to use it, 100 channel points, it's called Ask an Industry Question. Stick it in there, it'll add it to the list, all right? Twitch recommends to raid channels with similar viewer counts than you, but it's hard to find such small channels in the beginning. So is it a good idea to raid larger channels within reason? Ooh, raiding channels is always a very interesting one. No worries, One True Grumble, you take it easy. There is a... raiding channels, you will get mixed reviews from people as to how good raiding channels is. There are a lot of content creators out there who say you should never raid ever because it dilutes your audience pool. I actively disagree with this because I think it doesn't dilute your audience pool. Me raiding over to somebody else shows that other person, shows my entire community an entirely different set of content creator, you know? That person, there may be people in my community who prefer that person, but then that person may also raid over to me, and there may be people in their community that prefer me to them, you know? When it comes to raids, I would agree when you first start streaming, raid over to somebody who's got a similar viewer count, somebody who's playing the same sort of game. You don't even have to know them. It's either playing the same game or have got something cute about them that you like or something fun about them that you like. We raided over to somebody a few months ago purely because I really liked the jacket they were wearing. You know? That's the best way to do it when you... The way that I always did it when I first started out was I will raid anybody where my viewer count makes up half of theirs. So if I had a viewer count of 5, I would look for people who were in like getting an average viewer count of 10. so that my viewer count was a substantial addition to the viewer count they already had. If it had 10 viewers, I would look for people who had 20. Then you get to about the 40, 50 viewers. And about that point, I mix it up. When I have a lot of people these days, I don't even tend to look at how many viewers I've got before I raid. I just raid over. I'm like, cool. And sometimes I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to raid over to a bigger streamer so that I can bring all my people over to this cool stuff. I really like the stuff that this person does. I want them to realize that I'm bringing in people to their community, so maybe one day they'll bring their community over to me. That's that kind of thing. However, there's also times where I'm like, do you know what? Today we're gonna make somebody's day, and we're gonna go over to somebody much smaller and drop a whole load of viewers on them, and just hopefully make their day. The one thing I will say about that is that can backfire. That can massively backfire. You can raid over to somebody and they will not react at all, and it is fucking soul destroying. It is absolutely fucking soul destroying when that happens, but it does happen. It's one of those things where you just like raid over and they're like, oh hey, thanks for the raid. That is my fucking advice for your friends. If you're a new streamer, appreciate the people that raid you. Doesn't matter whether they're coming over with 50, 60, 70 viewers. Doesn't matter if they've got 4,000 viewers. Doesn't matter if they're bringing over 2 people. Appreciate the people that raid over to you, because they are choosing to share their community with you. They thought of you. Exactly, BC Buds. Exactly, friend. That is exactly what it's about. Don't have this whole, oh, hey, yeah, thanks for the raid. It's all right. Just going to keep playing for a bit. Oh, hey. Fucking bullshit. Appreciate them. They are choosing to rate. They're choosing things. And I have done it. I have done it on large creators, and I have done it on small creators, where we bring a whole load of people over to them and they do, like, they just don't give a fuck. Because it's not down to how big a creator is. It's down to what type of creator that person is. And there's loads of people. There are a lot of people that I've raided over to you and be like, cool, I am not raiding over to this person ever again. Never doing that again. Fuck that noise. I've also done it where I've made massive fucking mistakes, where I've raided over to somebody and immediately fucking regretted it. We raided over to somebody who was pissed out of their fucking skull and they pissed in a bottle on stream. And I was like, why? Why have I done this? And the last thing I will say about raiders, is understand that when you have raided, that is your responsibility over. You cannot take responsibility for the actions of that streamer. Like, for example, I brought all my people over to this specific person who no longer streams. They've been permanently banned off the website. But I took all of my people over thinking, oh my god, this guy's fun. He's really chaotic, really out there. I'm sure that my people will fucking love him. And he was pissed as a fart and he pissed in a bottle on stream. And I was like, oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. That, can't do that. That's not okay. And I took I wanted to take responsibility for that, but then I realized that I'm not the streamer. I have no control of what he does on his stream. Do you know what I mean? Sneaky Walrus, how you doing? Love your name. First time viewer here. I'm writing a message from my uncle's ski house in northern Italy. It's fun here. If you have to live in a fictional universe, what would you choose? A red critically acclaimed 1990 puzzle platformer Donkey Kong on the Nintendo 64. I hope you're doing good, and thank you for answering my question. Rock on. I've never played Donkey Kong. So I honestly couldn't tell you that. I honestly couldn't tell you whether that would be a good thing or a bad thing. or go for it, you know? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've said all that. Cool. All right. Journey. Marcus, how you doing? Remind me of my old religion teacher. Ooh, that's terrifying. Considering how I'm into debauchery and hedonism, thingy, I would advise against it, you know? You've got a couple of questions. I'm just going to answer them. You do shots for raids if you're one person or 100 person. I welcome everyone exactly the same way. Bloody random, be careful about that. Be careful about that. Because Twitch a little while ago brought in a thing saying that basically viewers cannot influence how much you drink. They are not allowed to influence how much you drink. Basically, it came down to a young lady who was doing shots for donations, and she got so many donations that she ended up with alcohol poisoning, and they had to call an ambulance, and she had her stomach pumped, and it was so bad that, yeah, Twitch basically fucking stepped in and just went, yeah, you can't, chat cannot influence your drinking any longer. If they find out that they're influencing your drinking, you will probably get in trouble. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. Never get drunk. I drink plenty of water and eat fun. Oh no, I'm not by any stretch of imagination saying you are gonna get drunk by any stretch, but I'm just saying just be careful that I can't say whether Twitch would be happy about you not getting drunk. It's just the fact that, like I said, the rules are that chat can't influence your drinking. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. I would hate for you to get into trouble accidentally, you know. Jenny asks, because you gave the teaser, what platforms do you recommend prioritizing? Are there better or worse depending on your niche? No. There's no better or worse depending on your niche, because your niche can, technically speaking, be anywhere. Do I really want to go into this? What's your other question? What are your thoughts on doing free work in effort to get a brand deal, sponsorship deal, i.e. creating a fake ad for brands in order to get them to reach out to you? Oh, I'll answer your second question first, Cherny, and then I'll answer your first question. Nobody's read the Wolf Design. You take it easy. You take it easy. Your second question in regards to doing free work. Do you know what? That'll lead perfectly into something that I could talk about, all right? Oh no, let's not do that. Let's not do that yet. I'll talk about that later. PC the Buds, come here, cheeky devil. What do you like, claiming cheeky kisses? So I have got something I want to show you, but I don't want to associate it with this conversation just yet. No worries, BC Buds, you take it easy. How's it getting non-binary? So free work is dangerous. I think doing a display of what you can offer. If you're like a graphics artist, for example, if you're a graphics artist, and that kind of thing, and you like turn around and be like, cool, I have created this example of the stuff that I could do for your channel, and sending them out, but understand that it's like the shotgun approach. You fire enough fucking rounds, one of them will eventually hit. But it's guaranteed to not fucking work most of the time. I get messages at least 4 or 5 times a month from graphic artists saying, hey, do you want a new Twitch overlay? And I'm like, no, because the Twitch even if I did want a new Twitch overlay, they would not be able to provide it for me, because the kind of shit that I want is so fucking unique. Do you know how long it took me to find curtains? How long it took me to find curtains that closed and opened? So fucking long. Because that's what I wanted. I like very, very specifically unique things. I don't like the stereotypical, cool, I'm going to have sliding doors that come in and fucking lightning goes everywhere and fuck us off again. That's not my cup of tea. Fine if it's your cup of tea, but it's not my cup of tea. So yeah, in regards to like free work, if you do free work, why would the brand pay you? That's my view. That is my view. You do free work, why would the brand pay you? So I have approached many, like I've got a more difficult situation because I'm a sex educator, in the fact that many brands don't want to work with me because I'm a sex educator, you know? The brands that do will usually send me products. Like if you've been on my YouTube, you will see me doing product testing for sex toys for people with penises. And I try to make it nice and entertaining, but also informative, you know? They'll send me products. They'll send me stuff that I can try out and stuff like that. That stuff isn't paid. And I have approached many of those companies and been like, hey, would you be interested in sponsoring, like, me doing a sex education seminar? Where I do, like, a specific seminar on a specific topic, and they pay me for me to, put their brand over the top of it, etc. And 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, those companies will turn around and be like, yeah, we're good. Because why would they pay for something when they can get it for free? They might not be able to get it for free from me, but the chances are they'll be able to get it free from somebody else. Because at the end of the day, I have got, say, 50 people, say 69 viewers. Say I've got 69 viewers, yeah? And I'm charging, fuck it, whatever, $100 for a thingy. I'm not that cheap, but regardless, I'm charging $100 for a sponsorship, you know? Why would they pay $100 to get my 69 viewers when they can get fucking 6 viewers or 7 viewers with 10 why would they pay me $100 for my 69 viewers when they could get 7 streamers with 10 viewers to do it for free? Do you know what I mean? Why would they? It's a little bit of extra work for them to email out to 7 streamers, but it saves them $100. Saves the business $100. Do you know what I mean? So it's a dangerous one, because I definitely do stuff in trade, for example. So I will do specific content for companies that give me games. They will give me the game, which will cost them whatever it costs to generate a Steam code, which isn't free. I thought it was, but it isn't. Or they send me a product, like a sex toy product, or an Oodie, for example. They sent me an Oodie and what have you. None of these things I've been physically paid for, but I've been paid in, like, I've been paid in gifted. I've been gifted stuff as payment, you know? And they can do that all over, and I'm happy to go all out for stuff like that, because I either really want the product or I want to leave a good impression and stuff like that. But then at the end of the day, when I turn around and go, cool, would you be up for sponsoring me to do something a bit more intricate, a bit more in thinking, they're like, not sure. We'll keep you in mind for when they do their bits and pieces, you know? Feeling that deeply, why would somebody pay me, a creator, for a sponsorship? It's a big thought in the back of my mind these days. In your Oodie is so precious and nothing can change my mind. Oh, it definitely is. And by the way, friends, we have a delightful... we actually have a code now. So if people do want to buy an Oodie, you can use that link there, and I get 15% commission. I'll be very open and honest about how much commission I get. If you're already going to buy one, why not use that link? And I'm not going to turn around and say you should buy one. I'm going to say if you already intend to buy one, why not use that link? And I get 15% commission. That would be wonderful. You know? How's it going, Fox? How you doing? Because 69 viewers. Oh, yeah, exactly, right? Guessing you sending one item, which is minuscule. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which I get. But then you've also got, like, the cost of the item, for example. The cost of the item. Which actually leads me very beautifully onto what I was going to talk about, which is not a sponsorship by any stretch of the imagination, but a fun thing. The beautiful people at Love Honey have sent me another calendar. Well, they sent me a calendar. Last year we paid for it. Last year we bought a calendar I don't want to know what's in it, so I'll just put them down there. But this is a 24-day advent calendar full of intimate toys. So throughout December, friends, we are going to be going through all of these. We're going to be going through all of these together, having a wonderful time. And also, while I'm at it, they've sent me this for free. And it's very kind of them to do so, and it's beautiful and glorious, and I very, very much appreciate them doing that. But also, they, like, all I asked for, all I asked for was, like, hey, I want to buy one of these anyway, because I want to do the 24-day advent calendar. I want to do this. So, would it be possible to, like, get a discount code? Or would it be possible to, like, for you to send me one or what have you? And they were like, yeah, we'll send you one. So they sent me this for free, completely gifted, and what have you. So I'm going to review each one of these days, day by day throughout December in the lead up to the festive period. But on top of that, they also gave us a discount code. They gave us a discount code, which I thought was really fucking kind of them. So if you are buying anything from Love Honey, like this festive period for a loved one or for yourself, if you use Valen20, you get 20% off. VALEN 20. Get 20% off. So if you're buying anything from the smallest to the biggest, whatever, do you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll go through that, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. I'm also gonna be putting them all on TikTok as well. So if you're on my TikTok, you'll tune in and have a good time. You know, fucking heavy is what it is. Fucking heavy. Discount bits for your bits. Exactly. That's what it's all about. So I just thought it was really fucking cool of them. Really nice of them to throw that out there and just, you know, offer that to thingies. They've actually sent me another message about doing some other stuff in the festive period, which is really fucking cool of them. But I'll wait till all that's confirmed. This bit is confirmed. But the rest is yet to be confirmed. Debauchery counting down to Vainmas. Exactly. Not to Vainmas, you cheeky devil, you. A wonderful honey time. Cherny, exactly, right? Exactly. You think I saw Hannah Witten, sex educator, more on YouTube. I fucking love Hannah Witten, Althena Luna. Get and go through one of those Love Honey advent calendars. Really? Well, I don't know what's in it. I've literally, as you saw, I threw away the sheets of paper or whatever because I don't want to know. I like it being a surprise. McSteffels has had a look what's coming, and she's intrigued. But yeah, I've not had a look. You know. Are we using that code? I've had something in my basket for a little while now. I appreciate that. Please do. I love the fact that they're willing to give us discounts on shit. You know, it's just nice. Just nice. It's fucking cool. You know what I mean? How's it going, Jara? How you doing? Right. Cherny asked another question, which is a more difficult one. Oh wait. I'll tell you what. I will finish on that one. For non-binary, how did you end up streaming when you were working in a pharmaceutical company? I walked out of my pharmaceutical company job. So I was a pharmaceutical auditor for like 6 years. Yeah, that's a great way of ending the stream. We'll do the next couple of questions. We're good. We're all right. We've got time. So I was a pharmaceutical auditor. How's it going, Real W? How you doing? I was a pharmaceutical auditor for 6 years, and I just moved into a new job within the same company and was in that job for 8 months. And it ended with me being in a meeting room with me, HR, and my boss at the time. And I'd been dragged through hell in those 8 months by a very narcissistic, gaslighting boss. And it literally ended with a conversation where they were trying to put me on a personal improvement plan. A PIP. They were trying to put me on a personal improvement plan. And I was like, this isn't going to fucking work. And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, look, I've never met somebody that I have actively wanted to push downstairs before I met this woman here. And HR went, what? And my boss went, what? And I went, yeah, I quit. See you later. Fuck this. Fuck this. No job is worth the amount that that woman put me through. So, yeah, that was how I ended that job. And then I went straight from that job into performance. I went straight from that to doing pantomimes and kids shows and cabarets and all kinds of bits and pieces. And then in order to fill the time between that is when I started streaming like this. So there you go. That's my history. That is my history. But yeah, can't imagine you doing a normal job. I was very, very good at my job most of the time. I wore a 3-piece suit and everything. You know what I mean? Just waking up and getting the day started. Love it. Love to see it. Okay, final question then. Churney Adventures. Because you gave us a teaser, what platforms do you recommend prioritizing? Are they better or worse depending on your niche? There are definitely not any better or worse depending on niche. Because I would say that pretty much every genre of everything is all over the internet. The internet is a wild and wonderful place. But I would say it pretty much is all over the internet. You would be very, very hard to find a platform that hasn't been conquered yet by whatever niche it is that you're looking at, you know? But if we're talking about stuff that I would do differently, there are two different types of content. You get long form content, which is stuff that stays, like YouTube videos, and you get short form content, which is stuff that is immediate, like Twitch. I would definitely prioritize making YouTube videos before I started Twitch. And I've done it entirely the wrong way around. I've done it entirely the wrong way around. If I was going to start all over again, I would start by making YouTube videos first, get into a regular habit of doing weekly videos on YouTube first, and then branch out into the other areas. Because, and the reason why is purely a business reason, which is YouTube videos have longevity, and longevity has a higher interest from brands. You will find that brands are far, far, far more likely to sponsor a YouTube video than they are to sponsor a live stream. Because a live stream will hit 200, 300 unique viewers over the next, over this 3.5, 4 hours. A YouTube video will hit thousands and thousands of viewers, and there will always be people that go back and watch the other videos. As you grow, people will want to see where you've come from, and therefore they keep that advertising. How's it going, Actina? How you doing? So, if I were to start my content creation career again, I would be looking at long-form content that can provide me with passive income in order to buffer the unstable income from short-form content like Twitch. Because there is nothing stable about your income when you're a live streamer. At all. At all. By the way, Twitch does have some good ways to make YouTube Shorts now, according to a Twitch guy who is exploding on YouTube Shorts at the moment. I'll say who if I'm... You're more than welcome, Actina. However, like, the Twitch are basically pushing for their YouTube... for Twitch stories. That is their latest thing, which is the Twitch's version of TikTok. Just like YouTube's version of TikTok is YouTube Shorts, and Instagram's version of TikTok is Instagram Reels. They are pushing that short form, quick, easy to digest content, which is what's massively going on at the moment. There's a reason. One of the easiest platforms to get discovered on is TikTok. This is the reason why TikTok is my secondary. Like, Twitch is my primary platform. TikTok is my secondary platform because it's great for discoverability. It's great for interaction. It's great for a great many reasons, you know. Did this ass backwards. Live streams are not the best way to grow from the zero community start point. My only real sponsorship was from doing Twitter posts and was sent a monitor to promote. Yeah. Twitter, YouTube, live streams, probably in that order of importance. Twitter's an interesting one because morally I disagree with it, but I can see how it's growing as a business. But that's an entire conversation in and of itself. You know, spinning off this, when it comes to YouTube, how much credence do you put into the community social aspect of the platform? Does it compare to, say, TikTok? If you want a community, Twitch is your place to be. If you want to build a community, Twitch is where it's at. I mean, fucking hell, if I was to go through the various different key factors of each platform, Threads, it's new, and therefore it's and Threads is new, and out of spite, Zuckerberg will likely keep it around, which means that it's probably one of the places that you could grow to reasonable heights based on the fact that it's new, if you get in on that. Facebook is too intimate in the regards that people always consider themselves your friends when they add you as a friend. They don't follow you, they add you as a friend. Instagram is fucking great for imagery, branding, and aesthetic stuff. YouTube is great for longevity. Really, really good for longevity and passive income. TikTok is phenomenal for discoverability. Twitter's good for the fact that a lot of businesses are going to Twitter because Twitter has got the physical presence on the internet, because Elon Musk keeps doing outrageous things that it's called outrage marketing. Do something outrageous that's possibly slightly illegal, that's going to get you fined outrageously, but it's going to keep you in the press. Donald Trump does it. Elon Musk does it. That is what, like, the giant fucking X that Elon Musk put up on top of that building without any kind of planning permission, because he didn't give a fuck about the planning permission. He knew he was going to get a fine. He knew it was going to cost him $10,000-$20,000. He didn't give a fuck because that giant X and the controversy around it meant that everyone was talking about Twitter for a few weeks. The amount of press they got, the amount of press coverage they got out of the controversy was the payoff for the fine that they paid for not doing the thingy. If Trump does it, must be. How many times did you hear about? Like, for a good portion, it hit over here in the UK when Trump went for presidency the first time. I can't even remember who he was up against. The only ever time that I heard about who he was running against, was it Clinton? The only time I ever really heard about them was when Trump was talking about them. Yeah, Hillary Clinton. Yeah. But it took me some thinking then. And the reason why is because Trump was always in the press. Because Trump said something really fucking stupid or outrageous or scandalous, grabbed them by the pussy, and therefore everybody wanted to talk about the controversy that was Donald Trump. And guess what? He got in to be the president. Do you know what I mean? It's outrage marketing, and it works. It works. It's shit. It's fucking immoral as fuck, but it works. Realize YouTube Shorts does not make much money at all, but it may help exposure. Yeah, I think one of the big things for one of the big things you got to really think about, especially when it comes to exposure, is what is it that that platform is pushing. For example, right now TikTok is pushing videos that are over a minute long. So your video is twice to 3 times more likely to be seen if it is over a minute long. YouTube is pushing YouTube Shorts. Therefore, your videos on your main channel are 3 times, 4 times more likely to be seen if you are making regular shorts. The new one with Twitch, Twitch Stories. The more that people get into Twitch Stories, Twitch will be pushing it, the more likely you are to get discoverability on the platform. You got to find out whatever it is that they are pushing, that platform is pushing. Whatever if you, like I said before, if you say pick 2 platforms that you are going to dedicate yourself to, those 2 platforms, right? Work out how you're going to make your content on those 2 platforms, whether it be, for me, it's like TikTok and Twitch. So I do my live streams and I try to do daily content on TikTok. All right. Do those 2 streams. To work out how you're going to make content on those 2 things. Then work out what it is that those platforms are pushing at that moment. For TikTok, it's videos over a minute long. For Twitch, it's Twitch Stories and Stream Together is the other one they're doing. But yeah, if you want to go somewhere for community, though, going back to that previous point, if you want to go somewhere for community, you got TikTok for discoverability, YouTube for longevity, Instagram for aesthetics. You want to go somewhere for community, Twitch. Twitch is the place to go for community. Because it's all live. It's all in your face. It's all communications. It's all getting in. Like I said before, people go to YouTube because they want to watch videos. People go to TikTok because they want that doom scrolling, instant watch a few, they get the little hit of dopamine while they watch pictures of or videos of cats. Do you know what I mean? People go to Twitch because they want the live streaming experience. They want that active live stuff, you know? Instagram is dying from a business point of view. Not many sponsors want Insta posts at the moment. From a business point of view, Twitter is thriving. I just find it very immoral. You know? Realize YouTube short does not make any money at all. Yeah, exactly. It's very much exposure. But unfortunately, exposure does not pay the bills. You know? Apple was 4% of their advertisers, Twitter X. They walked after Musk's most recent stupidness. That doesn't surprise me. Because that is the danger. That is the danger of outrage marketing, is eventually you piss too many people off. Eventually you piss too many people off. How's it going, Gluttony? How you doing? Must be for your bedtime. The lights are going off. Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. You know. Elon Musk congratulated the win of our new president. Like a harbinger of doom. Gives a thumbs up. Yeah, just the whole thing's fucking outrageous. Anyway, the wonders of 24-hour news, right? It just makes me feel that it's just that. Is it just me that feels dirty making a short? As in, like, short form content like YouTube Shorts or TikToks or Instagram Reels or Twitch Stories. Solid? Is that what you're telling me? Like those types of things? Or is it just specifically YouTube Shorts you're referring to? Twitch Stories feel like bloopers, outtakes to you? Yeah. I get that. But I think that will be a lot of it. I think a lot of it will be. But it's also, the thing about it is, it's the best form of discoverability that Twitch has ever had. Ever. Twitch has never had this level of discoverability. Really, any of those platforms. I did initially when I first started making TikToks. I did feel uncomfortable about it, but I kind of settled into it. But I think that's the same with any kind of content. You make it initially and you don't really know what you're doing. You're a bit nervous. It's like, oh god, is this gonna happen? How am I gonna do this? Not entirely sure. Oh, not and then you crack on and it's just like, oh right, yeah, that's cool. Now I know what I'm doing and now I'm more confident with it. It's grand, you know. Also, Baka going on Twitter, even though it still pulls an amazing amount of networking and makes me grit my teeth. Yeah, I still do my go live and post on Twitter for sure. You know. Right. Okay. Is there any other questions that people, any other burning questions that people have about the industry as a whole, or anything else that people think is that people have had going on or what have you? Anything that is screaming in people's minds of, oh my god, I need to talk about this. And there goes the advert. Classic. Fucking classic. But yeah, this has been good. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. Really a good time. I love talking the industry. I genuinely love talking about I love talking shop, but I respect your time. Oh, I love it. I honestly fucking love it, Cherny. Like, I have had such a great time. This industry is a genuine fucking passion for me. Like a genuine passion for me. I've had such a wonderful time. I love talking shop, and I always worry that when I do it in like my just chatting streams, or when I do it in like a game stream or what have you, that I turn loads of people away, because there are a large proportion of people that are not interested in the industry. They are interested in me as a streamer. They're interested in the games I'm playing, but they don't give a flying fuck about what goes on behind the curtain. Do you know what I mean? And that's okay. That's all right. That is perfectly grand. I've got no issue with that at all. But like the what are the words I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was really nice to have this space to chat shop. Do you know what I mean? Loved every time I popped in here. You're a great insight. Thank you very much, Solid. I really appreciate that, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, last question. What would you recommend people use spec-wise? Like, what speed of internet? The fastest upload speed you can get. The fastest. It doesn't matter what they upload it. Just get the fastest you can. Because the faster your upload speed, the better a stream you're going to have. In regards to specs for live streaming, like computer specs and stuff like that, there's no real answer to that. You can stream literally using your phone, and I would advise that if you are going to, if you're debating streaming, you can find a way to stream with whatever you have. You can find a way to stream with whatever you have. You genuinely can. That person I sent out earlier, the YouTube channel Senpai Gaming, great resource for learning about tech and learning about in fact, you know what, let me do some links in chat for
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going, Chags? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Shush. How you doing, you beautiful bean? I will do you momentarily, you cheeky devil. Put you on the thing, mirror of vein. That YouTube channel there, youtube.com/@senpai is Senpai Gaming. That's Harris Heller's gaming channel. He is a fantastic resource, or him and his channel are a fantastic resource for technology in regards to live streaming. They also do some interesting conversational stuff about what's going on in the world of content creation, if you are interested in that kind of stuff. Then the other channel that I recommend is Devin Nash. Devin Nash used to be a Twitch streamer, and what's the last guy's name? Used to be a Twitch streamer and gave it all up when Twitch started doing certain things that he disagreed with. But that's the one. But is a fantastic. He runs an agency and is a great person in regards to like what's going on in the industry and specifically what that means for brands, industry, business stuff. If you take all of the fucking like moral elements out of it, if you take the I shouldn't do this because this is a bad thing and these are bad people, Devin Nash is a very, very good person in regards to he has no judgment on anybody for anything, but he does care about how it affects the industry. So he's like, I will not judge you for doing gambling streams, but this is what gambling streams means for the greater community. This is why people will not sponsor you. This is why people will move away from you. Fantastic. He does a lot for a lot more longer form content than the short form stuff. The other person I would strongly recommend is Zach Boosie. Twitch.tv/@Zach. Twitch.tv/Zach Boosie or YouTube.com/@Zach Boosie. Another fantastic, especially if you're interested in the world of the industry or the news that's going on with Twitch and stuff. Zach Boosie is a fantastic resource for like journalism side of it. If you want to know the latest updates on what platforms are bringing out and doing bits and pieces like that, Zach Boosie is a fantastic resource, and also a really nice guy. I've spoken to him a few times. A really nice dude. Nutty's, yeah, I've not seen too much of Nutty stuff, but what I have seen, I really enjoyed.
Me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful being. I really appreciate it. I won't call you out and name out just in case you are lurking. However, Chags, I shall now inscribe your name upon the mirror of Vane. By having your name upon the mirror of Vane, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? Right, friends, I am going to call it there, you beautiful beans. Are we talking about streaming? We were talking about streaming. But I've just done 3.5 hours of talking about streaming. I'm going to leave it there, you beautiful beans. I'm going to leave it there. I am going to go and raid somebody, though. So if you could stick around for the raid, I would very much appreciate it. Even if it's on like 5-10 minutes, I would love it if you could stick around just for that cheeky little... Go spread some love at another delightful individual, eh? You arrived late. That's all right. That's okay. Friends, if you are, before we go anywhere, please could you throw some mod loves in the channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful mods. Thank you so much for all that you do in and out of stream, you exquisite individuals. All the stuff that you do for me in stream, all the stuff you do for the community out of stream, all the stuff you do for me out of stream as well, you know, as well. Cheeky devils that they are. Let me have a quick look at who we can go throw some love at. Ooh. Anybody else doing any educationally bits and pieces? Not really. No worries. We'll go and raid. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Friends, if you're a subscriber, please copy and paste the first raid message. If you're not a subscriber, please copy and paste the second raid message. That's the first bot of vanity raid message for subscribers. This second bot of vanity raid message for non-subscribers. We haven't raided this person in a real long time. So let's go raid them. Making sure I spell their name correctly. Friends, let's go raid Pad Thai. Pad Thai is a wonderful, wonderful bean. I'm hoping that we're going to all pile in and make their night. Because they are glorious and spectacular, and we love them very, very dearly. So yeah, so let's go do that. Let's go do that. Let's go throw some love at Pad Thai. They're a glorious bean. We love them a lot. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Thanks so much for all the raids, the subs, the gift subs, all the cheeky little bitties. Thank you so much for spending your time here. Thanks so much for all the follows we had coming in here. Thank you so much for your questions today. I hope that it has been useful. I genuinely do hope it's been useful. I hope that it's been like educational and entertaining and informative. Thank you very much, Kale. Yeah, don't forget, friends, on Sunday at 7 p.m. GMT, we will be watching The Secret of Nim in the Discord, where you don't have to be a subscriber or anything. You can come just join us. And on Monday, we will be launching the officially launching the merch store, the brand new merch store, which is going to be fucking amazing and glorious. I love it. It's great. It's glorious and wonderful and spectacular. Thanks so much for being here, friends. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go and gargle some salt water because I got a really sore throat. But anyway, I really appreciate you being here and doing all the bits and pieces. Friends, I'll be back on Monday at 7 p.m. GMT. Until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do, because if I wouldn't do it, it'll fucking kill you. I'll see you all later. Bye, 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 bye.
Oh, Jesus.